At 100%.
That if you was to put your money into the stock market and leave it in there for 20 years, it is 100% guaranteed that you will be in the green.
Really?
Yes.
Ah,
And that's what the facts and data shows.
really?
Yes.
All right. Well, I got a big deposit to make then.
But you gotta leave it for 20 though. You can't touch it. You gotta leave it for 20.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and that's the
And
risk.
so even though when we put that stat and they all agree with it, they say yes, this is true. Everybody that ever did it in the history of America, Diva, has been 100% in the green. They say even though that 100% people never lost money, they said it's still a risk. Would you consider that risky?
No, if nobody has ever lost money, then no, I don't think it's risky.
So, Deepa, can I ask you a
And
question?
and this is why
No.
women outperform men in the stock market.
No, no. No, look, if you have to get
Yeah,
to
why is it so difficult
you have
for
to get to 20. You have to get to the 20 years. If you can't get to the 20 years, that's the risk to make it to the 20 years.
Okay.
That's the risk.
What? That you might die first? What?
No, that something could happen, that emergency could pop up, that you might not even make that 420-year fulfillment because, yeah, you could die. You could go through it. Like, there's things that could impact that 20 years directly, which, again, AR knows this, so I don't know why the fuck he's acting like he does it.
we're not talking
I
about
think it's interesting that you started out talking about Meg, and now we're talking about the risk of the stock market. And remember last week when it was the women, and you was like, "Wow, we stayed on the same topic all the time."
Crazy.
I don't know how I got to risk. When I came in the conversation, we started talking about risk.
We started talking about risk actually because of Meg, because they saying that Meg was the risky one, and not Clay.
They both risky.
yeah, why can't they both be risky?
Well,
What do we
either
do? We
or.
just had this conversation we had a similar conversation the other day, Sharon. If you a woman and you decide to get with a dude that got 3 baby mamas, you're stupid. That was a risk, and that was a
Yeah.
stupid risk.
Wait, do he really have 3 baby? Wait, who got 3 baby mamas?
No, Clay don't. That was just a
Oh,
conversation
oh.
we had. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but the
In
issue
this
is though,
situation, Meg got with a known cheater. That was a risk, and it was stupid. Why are you
oh,
getting with a cheater?
so now hold on. See, I didn't know that information.
Oh yeah, he's a known. Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah, one of his exes busted him. She like brought his journal out where he was talking about all the cheating and whatnot. Yes.
oh, I see. I didn't know that information.
But even still, right? So we all know it. All it would have taken it was a quick Google for her to know it. I'm pretty sure she knew it. But a lot of times women do think that they are special and different. So what a man has done with previous women, somehow her situation gonna turn out different because she different and she's special.
Hey, it's
Hence
that
the
wet
risk.
ass. Hey,
Hence the risk.
It absolutely, like AR said, it's downright stupid, right? And see, apparently everybody don't have a mama like mine, who from the time we was little girls, my mama was telling us, it's only 2 types: a big old good one and a good old big one. Meaning it's all the same, and they'll bounce up and down in any one of them that they can get a hold to, right? I'm telling you.
can't stand you.
I'm telling the truth, right? And so it was never no pretenses or no games in our family about what was going on out here. So yeah, ladies, we are not special. Young Merv, the cut man, 8635, $5. Index products have contractual floors and ceilings. I can learn you. Okay, I'll stop. I'm just passionate about financial literacy. All right, sir. You better keep
Shout out to Merv.
educating us.
Shout out to Merv. so therefore, Clay was the actual risky one, not her. That's wild.
So we just pretend hot girl summer wasn't a thing, huh? All right,
Yeah.
I got you.
You broke
What's
up.
risky
Shout
about hot girl summer?
The
It's
song?
a fun time.
Hey, hold up. She has a whole social media campaign that's going on right now to make women do the cheat first campaign that got 14,000 likes in 28 hours. Stop playing with me, bro. Like people are going wild with this. They're like, we're gonna cheat on our dudes
Shadow,
in
who
support
started
of the
that?
hot girl summer.
Shadow, who
I
started that?
think some random fan. I don't know, some random fan based on,
No.
but it was based on an interview. Like,
Hey,
what?
Shadow, you don't understand what I'm
Yeah.
asking. How did
let
this
me-
whole come about? Because of what? What happened before?
Oh, Clay cheating. Clay cheating. Yeah, bet.
And Clay is a
I
what?
agree with that.
Clay is
A cheater.
a what?
Pathological cheater?
He was born a what?
I'm assuming man, but we're not allowed to say that out on the internet.
Like, I don't know why that's so weird for y'all men to just be honest. Like now you even trying to figure out a way to say, oh, they say cheat first.
Wait, question though. Why do we always
Everything.
put men and women together? Like, why don't we talk about people along character lines? And
Well,
I think it'd be a lot.
Clay
It'd be a lot.
shit then?
Absolutely.
Right. And the problem is that Clay is the one with the bad character.
No, they both
Not
have
Meg.
bad
They both
character.
have bad character.
Meg's
No,
a
they
known
both have
whore.
bad character.
What is her bad? Hold on. Her bad character is what, entertaining?
She literally cheated on Party. She
No,
literally
no,
fucked
she
them.
didn't.
Yes, y'all.
No,
Yes, she
she
did. Y'all
didn't.
quit doing it.
No.
Y'all be protecting
No.
the sisterhood.
Yo,
Lamar,
no.
with
you're
that
saying you're
shit.
not gonna play
No, we're not
slander on
taking.
Oh, God, y'all been protecting the
A song
sisterhood
is
with
not
this
a credible
nasty.
source. A song is not
Nah,
a credible
okay.
source. We're not doing that.
She's a credible source.
Okay, hold on.
Again, the baby said,
She
I
didn't
beat
say
them
it.
cheeks.
She
She
didn't
said,
say it.
I do whatever I want with my
Right,
body.
right.
Ow.
And that's what that she was just saying.
You did
I
that
don't
pretty
even have
well,
to
man.
explain nothing to nobody, and so don't even ask me about nothing. But that's not an admission of guilt.
But
Thank
she
you.
did lie on her mom. She did
Wait,
lie
but
on
it
her
would have
mom.
been an official. Yeah,
It
she
does
did.
not matter. None of that matters, right?
It matters a little bit.
Yeah,
None.
dude, she lie
All
all the
of you
time.
all are
She's a
bad people.
whore.
Y'all are the bad people.
No,
Oh,
I'm a
word.
great person.
Just men whores are bad. The women whores are good. Like, they're innocent. Fuck it.
No, I definitely, I think that it was. Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
Oh,
Go
okay.
ahead, Diva.
Big bad bull, $5. Hyenas take the risk of dating cheating ball players in hopes to experience some big Dak in the interim. Why don't we just cut to the MF and Chase?
Damn.
Sir, I'm more concerned about your use of Dak.
That was kind of crazy. Yeah, I mean, it was just two people that have history of cheating on each other, and guess what? You go with someone that cheat, you run the risk of someone cheating, and that's all it is.
The thing is, ladies, don't play
Wait, is that
wifey
risk
for a
management?
man that you are not
Just
married to. Stop playing wifey for men you are not married to. Stop auditioning for the role of wifey.
So
Do whatever you want to do.
So what does that mean, Diva? So if a woman cooks, that's something that she does. She should not cook for the man and his family if that's what she normally does.
Right. So the whole holiday thing with his family and she cooking for everybody, absolutely not. We are not there, sir.
Okay.
We are not
So
there.
So what if she just cooked? What if she just cooked for him? Would that be okay?
What do you mean cooked for him?
Like
Thanksgiving or just a regular meal?
She normally cooks, right? She's gonna cook a holiday meal regardless because she's a cook.
You and your family ain't coming. You and your family ain't coming.
It's just that's what I'm saying. It's just him,
Right.
just him and her. So what?
No,
that's what I'm
my
telling
family,
you.
and you can come get a plate.
Are you saying
No.
if she
That's
brought
how people
him
stay
to-
single.
If she brought
Absolutely.
him to hold on,
Absolutely,
so
because I want to, right? Y'all think that cooking and cleaning for y'all, especially when y'all poor, is some type of accomplishment? Are you fucking serious?
You live in that house too?
Motherfucker, unless you can upgrade my lifestyle significantly, absolutely, we staying single.
Okay.
Then why would you be fucking with him at all?
Work for free.
Then
What,
why
excuse
would you
me?
be fucking with him at all?
Exactly.
You just said if he's not in your level, then why would you fuck with him to begin with?
Because I might want to bounce up and down on him.
I'm just saying. So then don't talk about degeneracy if that's going to be your motive.
What does that got to do with degeneracy, dummy?
You gonna make me
You
a
the
sandwich right after
degenerate,
that.
and you married with kids, but you still the degenerate, right?
Wait a minute. We just said lust is literally a degenerate trait.
hold on, y'all. Hold on.
I didn't say that.
So, hold on.
I didn't say it at all.
He's
Yeah,
about to
like,
be
None of
next
that
to
come
us
out of
after
my
that.
mouth.
hold on, y'all. We could just have a conversation. I don't know why it's so.
It's Messy Monday. How you gonna name it Messy
It
Monday?
is.
Then?
The men are being messy for
Then be
some
mad at the
reason.
mess.
I don't know why. So, Shadow, you saying that a woman that cooks, she should cook for every man that she deem as potential.
No, I believe if a woman is trying to get married and she's entering that family, if she's doing something with the family, it actually just makes sense because you're integrating. Like, hey,
But why she got to
I'm
cook?
cooking
We can
Thanksgiving for
have
the.
a meal that I don't have to cook. Why I got
You
to
just
cook? Why,
said she could cook for her family, but not yours. But y'all are supposed to be
but not
joining a
his.
family.
No. What I'm
But you didn't
saying
join the
is,
family.
okay, right. But I don't have to audition to join this family. And so now we can all have a meal together, but why do I need to cook it? Why
You
he
know
ain't
what?
cooking for
So
all
you
us?
shouldn't help cook it either. Like even if
Oh
the
What?
my
whole
God! Hold on, y'all, because y'all. Hold on,
I'm
hold on.
asking a
Go ahead.
question. Why do I need to
Hold
cook
on.
it? Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
Go
you
ahead,
do,
Diva,
but you should want to
because
cook
they
though.
can't answer that anyway. Hold on one second, y'all. Go ahead, Diva.
All right. Big bad bull, $5. So don't cook a boyfriend's family a meal, but give his cheating ass full access to your stank box.
Ah! Cooking.
Not your stank. Why the ladies' box got to be stank?
I don't know. I'm glad I never dealt with no
But see,
stank
that's
box.
like the words of a gay man, right? It sounds like a gay dude.
Here
Please
we
make
Oh
it
go.
make
man.
sense. Right,
Ah!
because why the box got to be stank? Like, why is that your orientation that box is stank? Right? That's some gay man shit.
Nah, some box stink.
Some of it
Damn.
Well,
do, but to act like as a rule it does.
Nah,
And
if
see,
you
this
ain't
is the
trying to
thing.
cook, but you
No
trying to
matter
fuck, it
how
is.
smart y'all
So,
are, y'all always stupid, right?
yeah,
Because
y'all
that
are.
shouldn't have
Hey,
even
I
been
agree,
a
aren't they, Diva?
response.
They all
That
of them
shouldn't have
are.
even been a response. Oh, some of them will stink. Yeah, but as a rule, dummy, nevertheless.
Yeah, ask the question one more time, and we're gonna go AR, KT, Shadow, Cool Nerd, so that everybody can get their thought in without interrupting each other. Go ahead, Diva. Ask your question
What was the
about the
question?
cooking. About
Yeah. So we can have a meal together, but why is it necessary for her or me to cook it? Why can't we get somebody? I mean, these are a bunch of rich people, right? And so getting a chef in there or having somebody come cater the meal is Nathan. And so why is it so important that she or that woman cooks?
I'm not sure if AR would want to entertain this part of the conversation because I think he's on the opposite side. But do you want to join in on this part of the conversation, AR?
Opposite side.
Yeah, because I know you kind of on. Again, we're gonna go KT, Shadow, Cooner, and AR.
Let me go last, so I understand what the hell's
Yeah.
happening.
yeah, nah, that you know that's cat. We went through this last night. You gotta audition every time because you want your man to audition too. You ain't gonna tell a nigga if right now I sit here and be like, I ain't tricking on shit till we married. Y'all gonna be like, don't get with these niggas. They don't care about you.
Yeah, we not the
So
same
Hold
no.
though.
on,
We
KT.
not the
Let me
same.
understand that voice you did. Who? That was the voice of who?
Ratchets.
That of a female or?
Right.
Ratchet
Yes.
females.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I just wanted you to confirm that you did a female's voice. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. You pop in your hand and say it's manly. That's the difference. I can put it on what I do.
Look.
I'm being yogi.
Hey, look, AR. I ain't never in my life.
Man, your
pulled
wrist
out
be
this-
out here. Boy,
I
your
ain't
wrist be
never,
out here broke as fuck, cuz. Come on now.
I ain't never in my
Fingers like a
life.
motherfucker.
Listen, all I'm saying is I ain't never in my life wanted to start shaking my head and my neck and put on a female's voice. I ain't never had to cosplay as a female. But let me bring to Shadow the time whilst he might know,
what's up? Look, Divas has a nihilistic view on marriage, so I don't even know how I can communicate with that. Because
What's
realistically,
nihilistic about it? The fact that I expect to
because
be treated as an equal?
yes, the fact that you expect to be treated as an equal. Hold
The
on,
fact that
because
I
he's
expect to be
going to be
treated as an equal.
the entire point of dating and an engagement is that interview for the marriage life. So it's wild to say that.
Hold on,
Okay.
Shadow. I know you just want to talk about whatever you want to talk about, but we was actually
What the fuck?
KT at least answered the question.
Nigga. You know, hold up.
Even though he
I'll
did
give a
it,
lot of money.
even though he
Give me a
did it
second.
in his female, even though he did it in his female energy, he had to bring out the feminine inside of him. It's probably that, he probably flipped his hair and everything when he did
So
it.
now that I'm
What I'm
showing
saying is that I'm
emotional,
coming to Shadow. Hold on, I'm
bro.
coming to Shadow. You better respond later. So Shadow, the question is, why
this
do
man.
why do she have to cook? All right, why he come back? Because
We just spoke. No, I just sent you that money because I owed it to you. So I'm going to say this slowly this time to make sure it gets caught because it's not confusing. She, the lady, would be cooking the meals on the Thanksgiving or Christmas, whichever one you're doing, for the family, as the family is cooking that meal, because it is in fact part of integrating into that family. If you expect the man to interview and actually be a part of your family, you should be willing to do the same. I feel like that should answer that question pretty thoroughly.
Okay, so let me follow it
Yes,
up with this question. So, what is the corollary, the male corollary to
Sean,
that, right? So,
you need it.
hold on. So your family comes over. I cook a meal, a holiday meal for you and your family. Okay, so then when you meet my family, what are you gonna do? You gonna pay a bill for everybody in that motherfucker, or what?
Nah, but I paid your bills.
No, 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 no. Okay, but I done cook meals for you, right?
Yeah,
And
nah,
so,
you
or
were gonna eat.
cook meals that you done ate. And so again, what is the male corollary? Since we worried about integrating into families and this the part of the process, what's the male corollary for that? What do men do for the woman's family when they meet her family in a gathering? Now, I actually like the idea of him paying a bill for everybody in the family.
It's over for. Fuck them smarties.
So KT, do you have a correlation to her cooking for everybody?
Nah. I think that's just
You don't have.
a regular thing
So you don't have one.
cooking.
Okay, Shadow, do
Mm.
you have one? A correlation.
Yeah, whenever I go to when me and my wife were still dating, when I went to their grandma's house to do whatever we were doing, I would mow her lawn and make sure anything that needed to get done got done if I was there, because I enjoy doing stuff like that. That was my correlation
All right, so
when
we
she
No,
did
went
that's
to
not
my
the same
family's
thing.
place and
That's
cooked.
not the
all
same
right,
thing.
so you
That is
did
not the same
grandma.
thing.
What did you do for the uncle? Did you mow his lawn too?
No, I bought him beer because he liked drinking.
Nah, and that's what I'm saying.
Listen,
That
the
old
This
man's
doesn't
cool.
make
correlation.
sense
No,
Hold
no,
because
on,
no.
maybe I don't understand the correlations that she cooked for the whole family,
Right.
the immediate family, whether it's like 5, 7 of them.
Anybody at that meal.
Let's
Like,
just
so
say the immediate was 7
No.
people, just so we could have it a simple conversation. Let's just say 7 was the immediate. You did something for grandma. Who's the other 6 people you did something for? That is in
Right.
correlation to cooking.
Right.
no,
no,
that's what I'm saying.
what?
Cooking ain't like cutting grass is harder than cooking plates.
No,
Like
it's
let's
not.
just keep it.
No, it's not.
Come
No,
on
You
no,
got
now.
it's
to
not.
be in there
I'm
all
not gonna
day
give you
for a
that.
holiday
Hold
meal.
on,
A
cutting
holiday
grass.
meal.
It depends.
No,
It
hold
depends on
on.
Are
what.
you
Cutting
crazy?
grass is harder than. We're not
A
talking about cutting
holiday
12
meal.
acres.
I don't know what
We're
house
riding a
y'all live
lawnmower
at.
at that.
I don't know
You
what the
act like
fuck
she
house
cooking
y'all
the
live
whole
at.
meal. You act like she cooking the whole meal. She probably cook some pies. Or maybe she cooked some mac
Bro,
and
what are
cheese.
y'all talking?
She
Hold
didn't cook the
on.
No,
whole
Y'all
she
are
meal.
saying,
cooked
hold on. Y'all
the
are saying
entire
pushing a
thing.
lawnmower is harder than cooking food. Is that what y'all telling me right now? Cooking a meal.
Yes, I am.
Oh
Fuck it.
my
Yeah,
God.
I'm
Okay.
Y'all are
saying.
out.
Okay.
Y'all.
Hold on.
And
We
that's
need
why
to
you
pause
finna
on
get
that.
out of
Hold
here.
I
on.
don't know what type of yard y'all got. My shit ain't little. I don't know what the fuck y'all.
I just said
Okay,
we're
Hold
not
because
on.
talking
most
about
Hold
people
12
on.
not
acres.
sitting on however many acres, right? And so
No,
most
I ain't even
people
talking about the
own
acre crib. I'm talking about just my joint in the city.
8,000 square foot lot.
All right. So we need a pause just for that. Go ahead, Diva. This is crazy.
Right. Talking to kinfolk, $5. Statistics show 102% of black males don't take baths and are often musky. Ask Shadow. Ask
Hey
Shadow.
yo,
Hey,
get out of here.
I go
That's
to Lush,
crazy.
bitch. Don't play with me. Like, I actually take
Hold
care of my
on.
skin.
Hold
What's
on.
your
Address the
excuse?
super chat. Hold on. You can address this shortly. Your crazy ass. Hold on.
Taking care of your skin ain't got nothing to do with being musky. Uh, Shadow the Titan Wasp, $20.
So I'm gonna go back to that comment because first and
We got you.
foremost,
Hold on.
I
Hold
work,
on.
nigga.
Hold on.
So
Hold
eat a
on.
dick.
Hold on. Hold on.
Lady
Yeah.
D Flow, one. Oh, Lady D Flow, $20. For all the Sharon haters, that's right. Crooklyn finger. Big Bad Bull, $5. The corollary, let me see if you spelled it right. Okay, would be once you become my wife. Oh, nope, that's not a corollary because we doing this on the front end of becoming your wife. And your parents get old and frail, they can move in with us rent free. You idiot. Yeah, but you're gonna already be dead by then, right? You're gonna already be good and dead by then. So I already got your money. And my mama gonna it's solidified. She set up in your room. But you 6 feet under already. So what are we talking about?
All right, so let me ask the fellas. Let me ask a more. So, what would be husband duties before you actually become a husband? Maybe I can answer that.
I don't
Any
really
money, anything that has to do with money is anything has to do with money is husband duty.
What?
If you paying somebody's bill, that's husband duty.
All right. Well,
All right.
to answer Diva's original.
So, anything that deals with money. So, what is wife duties before marriage?
I don't know.
What? That is insanity.
Shit,
This is
probably just,
crazy.
if we asking like what most people are, probably just some cooking and cleaning. Like the men are probably going to be expected to handle the financial part. The female probably be expected to handle like, I don't know, like cooking. Like because again, men don't really have the same criteria in terms of like we actually looking for you to
Okay, all I ask is a
like
very
work.
simple question. So, what would be? I'm gonna ask you now. What is husbandly duties before he is actually married?
Finances.
And what is wife duties before marriage?
Like I said, like cooking or cleaning.
Perfect. Shadow. What is husband duties before marriage?
Anything regarding housework, assisting family members and moving, like anything that was physical, I did. So it didn't matter what the case was. They could call me. Those were my duties.
So you, any young man that is dating your daughter, help you move, you're like, yeah, that's a husband.
No, but if he can do something,
be.
like if he's able to change my daughter's tire, I'm actually teaching him how to change that tire because a lot of young dudes don't know how to do it, which is weird because it's pretty simple.
All right, so let me get this straight. He changes her tire and he helped you move some boxes. You like, you know what? It's a good goddamn husband.
Yeah, it'll show that he's got some initiative to get shit done. So yeah, kind of. That I'd be a positive mark for him. If he pays her phone bill, so I ain't got to pay it no more. Definitely, you got that.
This is crazy to me.
Okay, well you say
finances and philicality. Then what's your duty as a husband, sir? Since you know we can't say it
right. Decision making, discernment, how he treats people around him. Is he a chaotic person or not? Is he treating my daughter correctly? Does she has a calmness when he's around? Is she anxious when he's around? Are they smiling and laughing when he's around?
So those are traits, like
those are characteristics.
Like
those are
duty. Yeah,
we said duty.
Yeah, those would be characteristics I will look for to say, hey, that is a good mate for my daughter. I would not say, oh, he could pick up boxes and put them. I wouldn't think that because he could pick up boxes and put them down. Like, oh, yes, that's the one. He could. So you saying if he can't pick up boxes and change a flat tire, that means he's a bad husband?
Facts, probably. At least in my daughter.
It was good or bad. You said husband duties. You didn't put a qualifier on it.
Yeah, now I'm about to say.
You didn't put a qualifier. You said good or bad. You didn't say good or bad. You said what are duties?
Yeah.
What? Right, and you could have said whatever you wanted to say, and you said.
Yeah, what I'm saying is though, you're adding stuff like good or bad. Now you're adding characteristics. Now you're adding like that's different than saying.
Yes, him. Those are duties to me.
How's that a duty? That's just your personality. That's your characteristic. That's who you are.
No, those are duties of a husband. That he makes her feel lighter. He makes her feel safe. He makes her laugh.
That's not a duty.
Wait, would handling tasks fit that? Wait, would handling tasks that would be strenuous for also be considered that?
No,
Yes.
I don't give a fuck if he can pick up a box or not.
That's
But
crazy.
that's
Him
cool.
picking up
Yeah,
I
I mean,
believe
that's
that.
wrong.
hold on.
We're not saying that. We're
Him-
not disagreeing with you. We're saying that
Hold
our duty.
on, please. Hold on. I don't give a damn that Kudner and Shadow could lift up 345 pounds. It doesn't make them good or bad husbands.
Hi.
But you said we didn't say good or bad. You're adding that.
We literally. So what you're saying? You don't mind if your daughter have a bad husband?
No, but you just said what are duties.
Yes.
Also, what's saying you said we're
All right,
duties.
so I don't know why you
It's
confused.
changing the level.
Right,
We're not
just because you
disagreeing.
said pick up boxes, you think those are husband duties, picking up boxes, that is fine. That's what you believe. It's okay. You have a
And-
very low standard for what men can do to be considered
Bro,
a
we were
husband.
talking about dating somebody, man. Like you finding out
Regardless,
if that
I
person
said,
is
what are
somebody
some
you even
things?
like to
What are some
entertain.
things that men can do? Because cooking, y'all are fucking.
Cooking isn't a wifely duty to me.
All right, so what is a wife duty to you?
I don't think there are any wifely duties like that.
What can a woman do that is considered what a wife should be doing before you marry?
Your helpmate. You know what I think a wifely duty is? You start a business and you start integrating yourself into the business. And we start a business together.
So any woman that start a business to you is a good wife.
No, you're starting a business with me.
Oh, so she should start a business with you before y'all get married, and then that's the woman you're gonna marry.
That's a wifely duty.
You missing what I'm asking you. I don't know why questions are so difficult for men.
I know. If you
are with a woman, you are suggesting that women should start a business with a man before they are married, and that's a good barometer for a man to assess if she is a wife or not.
You added should. No one said should. You said what you said. I mean, say good. We just
y'all
said,
understand the conversation? Or y'all just want to deal with semantics? Your microphone is doing that.
That's a superstar in echo right now.
I understand how y'all not understand what the conversation is.
Sharon, why do you do that?
What
you say we don't understand the conversation.
And then y'all do
you say
shit?
we don't understand the conversation because we're not answering it the way that you're expecting us to. I don't get that.
I'm expecting you to answer the action. So if I'm asking somebody, I'm looking at the thing. I say, hey, what color is this thing? And the person says red, and we can all clearly see it's blue. You say, well, Sharon, you just don't like how he's answering. No, I want him to answer it correctly.
No, okay, so that's fair.
Not be stupid about it. Not change the subject. Not do all this goddamn mental gymnastics about. Answer the mother effing question on topic. Not whatever you want to talk about to make yourself seem correct. Just have the conversation of what we are talking about. And where you have to echo again. I don't know what happened. You have to echo again. Something happened with your microphone. You might have to do the drop and come back again. I'm not sure what happened. Go ahead, PhD, then we're going to bring somebody else into the conversation. This is crazy to me. Go ahead, Diva. Big Bad Bull, $5. I can't believe that no one even said sex would mutually be a husband and wifely duty. I think that's an oh wow.
Signifies.
Signifies a very serious problem. Thank you so much. Welcome into the show, Glacier. I appreciate you because I was about to struggle horribly with that word. I need some more water. Thank you. What is your thoughts?
Okay, so how a man is supposed to help around the house, or at least expectations of him being a potentially good husband. So you're talking about before marriage?
Yeah. No, well, the question was what are some tasks that that are equal to a woman cooking a meal at the holidays for her significant other's family. what would be a similar task that a man does before marriage?
Okay, so before marriage, usually I'm going to use a little bit of a historical reference. Usually the first expectation is that the man has to prove to the family that he can provide stability to the woman. That way of proving it would be providing a ring that is worth several salaries to actually pay off for that ring. He owns the ring and he hands it over to the daughter. That means that he's proving he can be a stable partnership. On top of that, before he can even talk to the daughter, he would be talking to the parents, as in he has to establish a relationship, and it is the father that says whether or not he can actually go and pursue and court his daughter.
But we're talking about tasks. Like, what tasks would be equal? Because it's like the conversation started off with like, don't do wife tasks for a boyfriend.
That's why I'm
Don't do
saying
those
that
types of things.
Her
providing
answer would have been the ring. Buying
That-
that ring would be
Well,
task
obviously you
one.
don't. Well, you have to
Well,
buy the
let
ring
me-
before
let me
marriage.
explain.
You can't get married without buying a ring, right?
well, I also explained the significance of the ring. It's proving that he's financially stable, which is very important.
But that's not a task.
Before.
That's not a task.
That's not a task. Finding
No,
enough
no.
finances. Finding
We're
enough
talking about a
finances
woman.
to
We're talking about a
purchase
woman
to show
cooking.
proof.
We're talking about a woman cooking for the family on a holiday, and you bring up spending multiple salaries on a ring. Like those are.
I'm saying
that's
that
not what you would do.
he's
That's not a
supposed to
task you
provide
do around the house.
finances. His
Okay,
expectation
so what's a
is
task
to
you would do
provide
around the house?
stability to the family. He's
What is
supposed
Okay,
to provide
so
stability to the family.
Glacier, so what is all right? So if I'm understanding this, okay, so the man task before he could prove that he just gotta buy a ring. So him buying a ring proves that he's a good husband.
That's a bit of a simplification. I'm saying that he has to prove a form of stability for the daughter before they can ever think about marriage.
How does ring? How
Okay,
does buying a ring?
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I got you, Kumar. So a man, the only thing that, well, not only, one of the things that a man can do before he become a husband is provide a ring.
Provide stability. One of the signifiers of that would be a ring that's worth a lot of salary, or it could be land, or it could be even owning a business of his own. What he needs to prove to the family is that he is a safe option, as well as an individual that can provide stability for their daughter.
And what is something that a woman can do pre-marriage to show that she's a suitable wife?
Here's where things get a bit interesting. It depends. Usually when it comes to different time periods, they didn't really today. So today it's hard to actually say when it comes to today, because there's no courtship in today's
What can you do to show that you are a good wife, Glacier?
I would be going towards biblical terms, is that if I have any intentions of marrying somebody, I would be intentionally trying to help whoever my future spouse would be on whatever endeavors or projects it is. Part of it would be like, I'm going to be honest, I'm a traditionalist, and on top of that, I want to have kids. So I would be expecting him to provide finances into the house, but I also have an expectation of saying, it's just like, I want to be a stay-at-home mom. I want to take care of the kids. I also want to educate the kids. So I would be focusing on being a homemaker.
So the only thing that you can, so it's nothing that you can actually do pre-marriage.
I mean, whatever. So you're talking about something that is very nuanced. It depends on whatever ends up being whatever financial situation that I have with that individual. We would have to square that away before we can ever think of like the next step. Sometimes that means I might have to get a side job along with while he's trying to set up finances.
No, so what I'm trying to get you is to like say if what I'm saying is like, so you are dating this young man and he's trying to gauge if you are a suitable wife. What things would you be doing to show that you are a suitable wife?
Then we would be talking.
And do you think you should be doing them before marriage?
And yes, and should you do it before marriage?
This would be a lot of conversations about where our ideals align.
We're asking for yours.
orthodoxy would be the first principle. It's just like I would be looking for our beliefs about orthodoxy align. Do we have the same understanding that if we're going to have
So
kids?
one thing that you could do is say that we are both going to the same church, and you say that would be showing that you are this is before marriage. It would show that you are a suitable wife, that y'all go to the same church, same faith.
Well, you're talking about a conversation of getting to know it. Well, you're talking about several serious conversations of whether or not we are going down the same path, as in like whatever plans that we have financially, child rearing, as well as how we're going to be getting like a house and things like that. Those are all discussions that would be had, and we would be trying to figure out how compatible we would be through the course of figuring that, like, all of these conversations out. This would take months to figure out, for the most part.
It's okay. I think you don't really have an answer, and it's fine. You know, you saying that you just got to have a lot of conversations, and you
But
want
we're
to
asking for
take
tasks. What
but
like
what we was trying to engage in is that for most men, they saying that they want their wife to cook and clean, and majority of the time, you know, most likely their girlfriends did that. They cooked and they cleaned, and still these men would just pop them off, have sex with them, and then move on to the next. I'm pretty sure Kuhner had girls that cooked and cleaned for him. He ain't marry him.
Well, question: was the man providing the finances so that they could buy whatever they
Not every-
wanted
but-
or take care of the house?
no, but that's your standard. That's not most people's
But
standard.
that is a huge element to consider, because money
Not
goes a
for
long
most
way
women.
for finances.
But
So
not for
wait,
most
wait, wait.
women.
So finances
Wait, didn't
mean
Diva say the
nothing?
same thing?
Finances mean nothing to a woman whenever they're married. What happens
Not
when they
most-
can't buy the food?
Most couples they gotta depend on each other's wages to survive.
Yes.
Okay, so that whole word about they both got to put their money in the pot is just what it is.
So I just told you that I wanted to stay at home and take care of the kids,
Right,
which
and
means that
most
he would
likely,
have to. His biggest contribution would be the finances in that arrangement. Would it not?
yeah. But if he's only making 60,000, you're gonna have to be shopping at the thrift store.
60,000 is pretty good.
That's fine, and that if that's okay for you, you'll have to shop at the thrift shop. Is all I'm saying.
No, I
And
don't.
listen, guys,
Oh, yeah, you in New York? You think about New York, Sharon? That's 60,000.
No, I'm not just saying.
Anywhere.
No, 60,000 can stretch a long way. I get paid.
Like, I ain't
way
saying
less.
it's good as
Okay.
hell or nothing, but I'm saying like most
All right.
places in America, 60 bands, like in the South at least, probably South and
It
middle
stretches
part.
farther. New
No.
York is very expensive.
We don't have
No.
to. All right, that's fine. We
It's
don't-
Okay, so hold on.
it depends on where you're at. It's
Hold
fine.
on,
It just
hold
depends
on.
on where
So,
you're at. Right?
hold on. I don't know what the hell. So you saying that if that man's making 60,000 between 4 people,
Oh,
you saying that she's going to be able to shop where for clothes?
might be in a tough spot there with 2 kids. Yeah,
That depends on how we're managing our
Where
finances.
are you going to be able to shop for your clothes? I said you're going to be shopping at the thrift shop. You said no. So where are you going
Well,
to be
you
shopping?
okay? No, you
Walmart,
added another extension to this, so that changes the entire paradigm.
we gave you
Wouldn't
what
you
you
agree,
said you wanted.
Sharon?
You said you wanted some kids and a husband. And
Right.
you want to be a stay-at-home. So we gave you
Yes.
your.
Are
Bro,
you
this
saying
is-
okay? Are you saying that
bro.
it's bad for me to want to stay at home and
Nobody said it's
prioritize my
bad.
kids?
You goofy
No, I'm saying that I
motherfucker.
want you to map it out, right? We said 60,000 is good, right? And I said
Okay,
you're gonna.
yeah,
I
but
said, as
you
long
didn't.
as
You
hold
never
on,
added a correlative.
listen to
though.
what I'm saying instead of thinking that you are doing.
Sharon?
Hold on, please. Listen to what,
Sharon,
hold on, please. Listen to what I'm asking you instead of believing you being attacked. You said 60,000 is fine. I'm okay with it. 60,000 being fine for you. What I said was that you're gonna have to be shopping at thrift shops. You said no, I'm not, and you said it with conviction.
hold on,
So I'm
Sharon.
asking
You
you-
never. Hold on, Sharon. Before you
So
even
this is
said
what- this
that,
is what-
before you even added that,
It doesn't matter. This is where we at now. So now that you have that conviction that you're not shopping at the thrift shop.
you changed the paradigm though.
Okay, fine. If that's what you feel like I did, then fine. I just move with it. It's changed. Fine. I'm okay with that. It's changed. So now that it's changed, where are you going to shop at then? So we can have an understanding of where 60,000 can stretch, because people are in that position.
So hey, don't act like that. You before you ever even said anything about the 60, like asked you if 60K was decent enough to start for
It just moved
finances.
forward, Glacier. Let's just move forward. Got it. So
Okay,
that
so
50,000.
you understand that people will always get creative when it comes to their finances, anyways, right?
No, they don't.
Wait, people can't get creative with their finances?
No.
No? As in,
No.
no, people don't start side businesses. They get family included, see if they can help out. You know, family used to be a huge aspect of what helps with people's whenever they're dealing with troubling times. I would also be having a
We
church to
talking
assist with
about
life as
today.
well. I
We
am
talking
talking
about
about today. I am talking about today. I can't call my family.
No. Hold on, Nella. Hold on. No, you cannot. That is
I
your
would not be
family.
able to call my
The reason
family.
no, when you are having your own family, you could call them maybe once, maybe twice. But every day, your family you gotta see every day, every 3 months, your family needs some new clothes,
Who
some
says
new
that?
food, some new
Who says that I would be calling them constantly? It's like you
Okay,
think
so
I'm
all
incapable
right,
of
so now we both on the same conversation that you could use them once in a while. We talking about everyday situation. Your main purpose is that you using that 60K. That's the main thing. So that's what we have in the conversation. Stop
So
bringing all these
you're
book
thinking that
nuances in because they do
well,
not exist
but
in your life.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I told you that I don't get paid that much money. I'm in a poor bracket when it comes to my finances.
We know.
But I managed to save enough money to buy a car outright. And I'm not saying that it's some cheap car. It was almost 20K. I managed to save enough money to do that. What makes you say that I wouldn't be that would be incapable of doing that again on a 60K salary?
Because 4 people are eating off of that.
Okay, and
then also the people that's eating off of it also is going to be 2 insurance.
okay, and
It's also what I'm saying is that somebody that
so all you have to do when it comes to financing, you have to pay attention to how much money you have to that you're expending, and then make sure
okay. So
that
hold on. Have you ever done? Okay, so I'll put you like this. Have you ever done it? Have you
I
ever
just
used
told you
60K to feed 4 people for more than 5 years?
no, I have a different parameter.
Okay, so therefore,
Wait,
this is what.
Sharon, you're
Okay,
not letting me finish, man.
so hold on. So you are given a theory, and I
It's not a
understand
theory. I put it into practice.
you have not ever. I just asked you, have you done it? You said no.
It might not be the same exact thing, but I put something similar into practice.
It's not even remotely close.
Wait. So me managing to actually save 20K off of my finances, which is less than 60K, is not the same thing at all.
At all.
So 20K off of off of what, maybe 40 to 50K as a salary. That means nothing. So everybody has 20K. Everybody has 20K in their salary.
Hold on, y'all, because people need to
asking you questions.
hold on, y'all. Hold on.
I'm trying to find understanding. Yes, thank you.
Hold on. So yes, when it's by yourself, you are able to do that. When we're talking about 4 people and people got to eat every day, no, that's not going to be possible.
So no, people are incapable of saving.
When it's 4, yes, they are incapable of saving. Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Wow, that is
Hold
very
on.
strange.
Why don't we just break down the budget? Maybe we can break down, being more, financial with the talk some numbers. Maybe that'll help. How much? So you're making 60K. What does that take home, Glacier?
I got you, Rob.
That depends on how much, like that.
Taxes. We're talking about taxes. How much does it take home? Where do you live? What state do you live in?
I don't want to get too specific. I'll just say that yes, I'll say that I'm an Okie, okay?
I don't know what the hell you just said, and I don't know what it means. What'd she say?
Oklahoma.
Okay.
Oklahoma. She said she Okie.
Okay. All right. So Oklahoma. What is 60K after taxes in Oklahoma?
I told you that I'm drifting between 40 to 50.
So you make 60 and you take 40 to 50?
40 to 50 is my average.
I didn't. Are you saying you make 60 and your take home is 40 to 50? Is that what you just
No,
told me?
no, no. I'm saying
Okay,
that
so
my
stop telling me what
salary,
you
my
made. I
salary,
asked you
my
what 60.
salary is between 40 to 50K. It's
All right, what's your
inconsistent.
take? We'll go off of you then, since you want to go off of you so bad. What's your take home?
Let's see. It would be 1.1.
1.1 a paycheck?
Yeah. So that's biweekly.
Okay, so 2, and that'd be about 30,000 a year, something like that. Let's say 30,000 a year. All right.
Yeah.
You rent or you own?
I'm renting
Okay. What's your rent?
$300.
$300 rent.
Yes.
Yes.
So you have roommates or you're renting a room?
Renting a room.
Okay. So if you were with a partner, do you think that you'd be are you saying you expect to be renting a room when you have a man that's supposed to be financially capable?
No.
Okay, so the $300 rent is going to be way up, right? It's going to be at least $1,000 for just you and him.
Right.
Not even
Okay.
counting the
Yes.
kids.
Yes.
So there's at least 1,000 off of rent right there for just you and him. Now the kids come around, right? How much do you think one kid?
I don't see how this is a
one?
correlative.
Yo, I'm
We're
about to
trying
rage.
to get you there. We're trying to get you to understand it, but I
But
don't know.
you don't even understand that
I don't think you want to
having
understand.
savings, trying to get
Hold on.
savings is trying to be adaptable.
Hold on, Glacier. We're trying to get you to understand what's happening in the real world.
I understand what's happening in the real world, but to think that people are incapable of saving is a very, very
we're talking about
it's an effective way of thinking.
Hold on, Glacier. We're not talking about an individual. You understand that, right?
I understand that, but
Okay,
you're saying that there's no way of flexibility though.
How much money do you think the average American has?
I'm back, Sharon. Please let me before I fucking rage out. Okay, you're spending. So we're taking 30,000 of your take home. You're spending 300 on rent. How much do you spend on food a month? On groceries and takeout or dining.
There's no need to go out at that point. I would just be focusing on buying groceries. Which
okay, so how much do you spend on groceries a month?
240.
240. Okay, so that's 540. And what is your and you spent 20,000 on your car, so there's 20,000 out the way. How much is your car insurance?
I pay once every 6 months. For right now, it's $400 every 6 months. So that would be $800 a year.
800 a year. Well, so what was that, like 80 times 10, so like 70 something or something like that a month, right?
No. I said I pay once every 6 months, so I pay $400.
Oh, my bad.
Twice a year.
Yeah, so that'd be like 70 something a month. No.
No, I said I pay once
yes,
every
oh my
6
God.
months.
All right.
Right, we understand, but monthly, if you say
I was just trying to do it by monthly so we could get the monthly shit. What other payments are there? Anybody? Cell phone bills, Wi-Fi, health insurance, premiums, deductibles, renter's insurance. That was to you, Glacier.
What was it?
Cell phone.
All right, so look, this is okay. So what I'm just trying to get Glacier to understand is that majority of people do not have $500 in a bank account. So
and
this idea
that's a societal problem.
Glacier,
Do you not agree that it's?
Are you a part of society?
I just told you that I prioritize saving, right?
You did that by okay. Do you think you and a family of 4 is the same?
I never said it was.
Okay, so now that you understand the conversation, that we're talking about a family of 4, not just yourself. You by yourself, you are able to do whatever the F you want to do because you don't have.
I never said that.
You don't have to say it.
But you're assuming I said that people are still capable of saving. So that means that you would have to take sacrifices to do so.
Glacier.
What makes you think that people are incapable of saving?
Glacier, have you ever? You know what? It is wow.
And you say,
Hold
see,
on. It's just so weird for people to argue theories to me.
because they don't have
You
real life
are
experience.
arguing like you actually
How do I not have real life experience?
You've never done it in your life. You
Well,
don't
I don't
know
have
nobody.
my own kids. I
You
don't have my own
know
kids, so of
nobody
course
that's
not.
done it in their life. You're just arguing to argue, and
Well, I
it's
don't have my
weird
own kids. Of
to
course,
me.
I
I do
haven't
not
practiced
understand.
that.
So if you wanna, I'm just gonna go like this, because clearly y'all just want to just talk. I'm gonna let you just say your piece, and I'm just gonna leave it the fuck alone. And you can live in your delusion of 60,000 for 4 individuals, and you can save $20,000. Fine.
Well, that's a
Go
huge
ahead.
conflation. I'm just saying that people can learn how to save. Does that mean taking sacrifices? Yes. What's wrong with taking sacrifices just so that you can actually accumulate the amount of wealth that you need? Now, what I did say is that I managed to I did move my finances around to make sure that I'm able to save a portion of my paycheck, and I managed to accumulate 20K so that I could pay my car outright. That means that is one less thing that I have to worry about when it comes to my finances. And the car dealership is freaking vicious. But at least when I own my own car, I don't have to pay car payments outside of car insurance. So that's already one huge thing that is off my docket. I'm moving around my finances just so that I can have more flexibility for myself, and I'm making sure that I do not fall into debt. Yes, debt is a huge thing that causes people to fall financially behind. It is one of the worst travesties that you have to deal with living in a society. But that doesn't mean that it's impossible. Yeah, it doesn't mean that it's impossible to save your finances. Thank you very much for my TED talk.
No, that was a terrible TED
I
talk.
sent money to drop her a long time
Yo,
ago.
hold on, 'cause I'm trying not to get stuck on. People just want to. Hey, shout out to Glacier. That is a very good job for Glacier. Shout out to you. Welcome into the show. We got Bomb Cherry, Mela, and JR Boxing, and I got 2 people in the back. I got Kuner and Keon. I'm gonna get y'all in there very shortly. If y'all hop on camera, I can get you in there faster.
I'll say this last thing, and then I'll drop so someone can pop up.
You don't have to, but
you want me to say it on mute now? That's crazy.
Yeah, because I asked what Bomb was being patient.
All right. Well, you can just
wait. Hold on. I gotta alert you. I had sent money to drop Glacier a long time ago.
Sorry.
PhD. Let me back to
All right, go ahead, Glacier. You better while I find it, Glacier. You better get your last few words in while I look.
I win.
Slap the taste out of your mouth. I'd like to see you try it.
Wow.
It says, for Nick, playing with me.
She was going, and she said she won. She won by giving everybody headaches.
It says bye, girl. I don't even. God damn it! I don't even know what the hell I'm doing at this point. Please play my B-Day song before the show ends. Happy birthday to the beautiful Black Beauty. Shout out to you, girl.
About to be a situation. Hey, hey, hey.
All right, go ahead, Bomb, and you got it, Bomb.
Okay. How's everybody doing? Sharon, I miss you. I see y'all weekend. Hey, Shadow and PhD who spent the whole weekend with me. Don't get jealous, Sharon. Okay. How's everybody doing? AR and everybody else I can't see.
Good morning or afternoon.
How you doing? That woman, like, y'all know, she was trolling. Like, when she left, she was like, I win. But don't she know that the $60,000, right? The portion that she said she would save, wasn't it 30,000? It's 1/3, right? 1/3. So wait, no, it was 20,000, right? Yeah, 1/3. 246. Yeah, 1/3. And that's a big portion of $60,000. But she said she was even making less than that. And she said she saved $20,000 to buy a car. It probably took her a while to do that. Or she lived with her mama. And she sounds like she has a caretaker too, right? That's why she don't understand that there are a lot of Americans who cannot save. Why? Because they have necessities that you can't shift around, like food, electric,
Right.
gas, to get back and forth to work. And so some people, they like literally are living paycheck to paycheck. And so I don't know what why she didn't understand what was going on. Maybe their caretaker should have been on side of her helping to add. But I want to thank AR for doing the best that he could. Sharon, you frustrating yourself. Y'all got to tag these people with the R word. Put the R letter right on them. So when you already know what's going on. Okay. And that's as nice as I could be this morning because I haven't been to sleep. Okay. I love y'all. Oh, I'm letting go to Mike for now.
I got a quick question. Even though we can't say the R word, can we stay slow?
I guess.
I mean, I'm just asking because I know we ain't supposed to be saying the other word. I'm saying like
I think that slow people shouldn't be able to say slow unless.
I usually say restart it. That's what I usually say.
Well, you can't be using the word now. Come on now. That's what you
You can definitely say restart it.
Somebody might say bullying. Y'all gotta stop it.
Yes, because I do not want to be considered bullied. Go ahead, JR Boxing. Good day. Welcome to the show, JR, Mella, then Keon.
What's going on, Sharon? PH Diva, Bomb Sherry.
What's going on?
Shadow with the neon vest on. What's happening with you? And I think I hear AR voice. Man, what's going on with y'all good people? I'm just gonna go back to the original question. I think it was like Meg cook for his family or something like that. So like, what's the equivalent of what a man can do or something like that? I know like when me and my wife, when we were dating and things like that, the equivalency of what I took from her, like cooking for my family and her family and stuff like that. When we went out to eat, I made sure I paid like for everybody. So, and I remember specifically like the first bill when we went out, it was like 10 of us. And I got it. Let me pull out my little credit card. I got it or whatever like that. And it hit me for $687 and some change. I like, But, to me, I just felt like that was something that I could do to, one, pay respect to my wife that I was dating at the time, but to her family, my family. And so I still do that to this day. Like when our families come in town and stuff like that, I make sure wherever we go, it's paid for. Even when we take family trips, I usually, take the bulk of the biggest thing. We rent out an Airbnb or something like that. I'll make sure I do something like that. So that was the equivalent I took on while we were dating. And then fast forward to marriage, I'm still doing that while we're married. And me and my wife, we've been married coming up on 13 years in September this year. So, and then the second thing that it was like, what can you show or see about somebody or your partner, like while you're out dating that could, help you in marriage? Obviously, I wanted somebody to be attentive, caring, soft to me, but I wanted to see how my wife was around her friends. So when we went on outings, I wanted to see if she was a leader amongst her friends or she just kind of fell back and did what the rest of the crew did. I wanted to see things like that to kind of know the person I was marrying, because you can be around somebody all the time and it's just you two, right? And that's fine. But when you're around other people, I wanted to see the dynamics of how my wife was around other people, her coworkers, her close friends, her sisters, and things like that. And I mean, that's what made me fall in love with her, the type of person that she is. So those are just some of the things that I saw and what I did. I know it may not work for everybody, but that's just what I did. Salute to you, Sharon.
All right. And also, PhD, because you sent me a request, you want me to, I don't know, give you
No.
Oh, okay. So decline it?
Yes.
Okay. Just want to make sure. Go ahead, Mella, then Keon.
Hey, beautiful people, everybody that I know and love up here and in the audience. I was talking about the wifely versus girlfriend duties. That's why I joined the link. And then we got into this other person that I obviously has no life experience of being in a family that she has to take care of. So, you know, these disillusioned contrarians, they get on the panel and they will frustrate you, Mr. Bracy. So, I saw how you was going. It was like, oh my God, she's just frustrating me. She's a disillusioned contrarian, right? And so, with that being said, she mentioned something about a ring being a factor as to how to take the girlfriend role seriously. And then she reverted back to talking about biblical principles or whatever. But that was really curious to me. And then you mentioned sex, you know, like, so absent the food, let's just say a woman loves to cook. That's her thing. So that's not a negotiating factor, right? She loves to cook. It's not a problem. Let's go into other privileges of a husband as opposed to a boyfriend. I believe that a boyfriend does not have a right to unlimited access to his girlfriend. I just wanted to get that out on the table, and I'll tell you why. It's because of the caretaking aspect. When a wife has the duty, and I am saying the obligation, to provide consistent caretaking of her husband, a girlfriend does not have that obligation, and that's the difference. I don't want to be long-winded. That's my point.
Okay. Welcome to the show, Keon.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's up, Sharon? Yeah, I just from the other conversation though, Sharon, I seen you getting frustrated. You gotta learn from me, bro. Like how to control your emotions. You know what I mean? You gotta learn from me.
I thought he was gonna pull his hair out.
You gotta learn about controlling your emotions. You know what I mean? Not screaming and hollering and cussing people out all the time. Being a peaceful gentleman. Like I am all the time. You know what I mean? That's all I'd say about that one. But the Klay Thompson stuff, and this is another example of people putting all their eggs in one basket because they so excited at the beginning. That honeymoon phase that you have at the beginning of your relationships, because then you start doing goofy stuff like you acting like you a white and you out here cooking for this nigga's family and all this other goofy stuff. And then when you break up,
all right, but I'll
no N-word. My bad. Yeah,
no
you over
N-word F-bombs. Goddamn.
Okay, no N-words, F-bombs.
Okay, good.
Okay. But yeah, you over here cooking for him and doing all this stuff for him, and then y'all end up breaking up. Now it's like, what happened? Like, what's going on and what happened? So that's why I don't get too excited. Try to play it calm and go slow, and I think it will lead to a better relationship.
So let me ask some questions, Keon. So you saying that a woman should not be cooking and cleaning for a boyfriend?
Facts. Oh. Facts. That is a fact.
Okay. What should a man not be doing since he's not a husband?
Paying her bills. Taking care of her. Yeah, taking care of her. Yeah, overall.
Hey, Sharon, real quick, Ms. J just said the banner's not the F-bomb and N-bomb banner.
That's very, very interesting. Okay. Bonchai, what you think about that whole? Is it a thing that women can do before being a wife that they should start taking away? So Keon is saying that women should not cook and clean for the boyfriend. Do you agree with that, Bomb Jerry?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. No sex.
Yeah. And I don't know. Well, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
No sex. They can kiss. They can make out. That's it. First base, second base. That's it.
Send him home with blue balls.
Yes.
Hey,
Brother,
no,
you know what I'm talking about. You know how you get the married girl. You know. You've been married.
You know you right. You know you right.
That sounds diabolical.
Yeah, I guess. Hey, Shada, what are some things that you would suggest a woman not do before she get married?
Yeah, don't touch them until y'all are about to get married. I think that's a good idea. Yeah, like literally, hey, our date set. We're getting married next week. You know, and if y'all know y'all are still stepping down it, go for it. But outside that, wait till marriage.
What about cooking and cleaning? So
I think that's fine. I think men.
So only thing that you take off the table is sex. So a woman should not have sex with a man before she get married.
Yeah. Because that'll also prevent a lot of fatherless and motherless children from being around. So yeah, sex. That's the
so
primary.
what if she had a child when she was very young and now she is 28. It's been 10 years since she had the baby, and she is now holding that standard. What do you say?
Don't do the same thing twice.
So,
standards.
So you're saying that she should say, "Hey, you gotta wait until we marry."
Hey, you want to get this box? Put a ring on it. Yeah.
I didn't know we were bringing in the single parent thing. Yeah, that's kind of insulting to somebody that. Well, it depends. It depends. If the person has this Christian idea, we should wait until we're married. That's fine if you both agree on that. But there is a possibility that, one or the other partner is going to resent the fact that there's evidence, clear evidence that you don't have a problem with laying it low and spreading it wide. You obviously don't have a problem with doing it. So why are you putting these stipulations on me? And I'm talking for both genders.
Here's why. Just because I made a mistake when I was 18 doesn't mean I want to make the same mistake at 29. I understand that, hey, this happened. Even if I did it because I was deceived into it, I'm not trying to make that same issue again, because literally, if you want to put me in the position where I can have your child, I need to make sure that you're now committed to me as you're supposed to be. That's why.
But here's the thing, Titan. Like, just because they're not having relations with you, sexual relations with you, and I'm talking about both genders. Let's say there's this agreement. You all are holding hands and making plans at the table, and you have this agreement. We're going to wait till we're married. That doesn't mean that you got your eye on them 24/7. You don't know what they're doing outside of the relationship to satisfy a physical urge. You have no idea.
There should be
trust. Fair. Hold up. That's exactly where I was going to go with it. If you don't trust them enough, that if you're saying, hey, we're making this deal together, and then you're choosing to go against that deal, then I'm not responsible for your ill conduct. But if you don't respect me enough to do that, then we don't need to get married anyway. So let me find out you're cheating, move around.
I like the word respect. I like the word respect. In the event that somebody finds out that the other reneged on the agreement, is it approvable that they dissolve the marriage, or do you think that because you all have come this far, you should work it out?
Infidelity is not a negotiable. If we're engaged and we made a pact together that says, hey, we are both going to abstain until we get married, and then you breach that. I'm hypothetically, me and you are having this conversation, and I'm like, hey, look, here's what we're agreeing to, and you agreed to it. And then you go out of your way to break that agreement. That means you didn't respect me enough to honor our agreement, even though I did. Yeah, that whole relationship dissolved.
Yeah,
because respect is eternal.
I agree with you. Yes. Once it's made clear that you don't respect the agreement that you both had set forth, it's over, because the whole thing is a lie if you don't respect each other.
I think it's crazy that people want to hold you to when you was like 10 years ago. Oh, you gave that other person, so you gotta give it to me. The entitlement that you supposed to hold me to where I was when I was 10 years ago is crazy to me. I think that's why a lot of people be trying to have an issue with me. They're like, oh, but what about when you was 18, Sharon? You had, like I think it's just a wild thing. Like you don't think people can grow.
It is foul. It is foul to hold somebody to their past. That's very foul. Because you're not the same person from 10 years ago.
I'm not the same person from yesterday. But
until you prove
I know that's right.
You're the same person. You're more like that person than you are a different person.
I mean, no, sure, you're Chinese today.
I think that
words on here, huh?
I think that it just don't date the person. Like if they have that standard for you and you don't like it, then don't date the person. Like you don't gotta let people have their standards, and if you don't like it, just don't deal with it. Simple as that.
Yeah, and that's fine. And we know most men do not want a woman to have that kind of standard of waiting to marriage.
Wait, what standard? My bad, I just came back. What standard we don't want women to have?
To wait until marriage.
Oh yeah, no, that's crazy. Like I'm a Christian too, but look, hey.
What? I'm gonna go ahead and stop. I'm gonna stop his degeneracy right now. No. You can't say in the same sentence I'm a Christian, but then I'm not okay with respecting her.
No, because I think that some Christian values was actually pushed throughout the kings and queens at the time that was of Israel, and they used God as an excuse so they could push that onto society. I personally, I'm more of a value Christian. I'm a Christian by trade because I believe in the values, but the actual living, not eating pork and all that, I think that's too much. But I don't want to make this into a Christian conversation. Go ahead.
That's crazy.
Literally, abstaining from sex in order to keep your purity through the body is a normal thing. Hey, and it actually helps preserve bloodlines, if we're going to talk historically speaking. So there's still a reason for it. But even outside of that, if y'all both have agreed to not have sex until marriage, and then you break that by having sex with someone else, you violated that agreement. That means you didn't want to be with that person. Go find Tatiana.
No, that's a fact. I agree with that. Black men don't cheat.
Say word. Damn, so what you trying to say? Clay is half, that's why he cheated?
Whoa.
It was his white side.
His white side cheating.
Offset looking, hold on. Offset ain't looking too light now.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Offset ain't no man. He said black men.
Yeah, black men. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, so Clay's a man. What makes Clay a man but not Offset now?
Well, his black side is, that's that to me, that's still probably, it's still there, but the white side of it,
Yeah, because what happened was Clay Black side was the side where with the family there.
That's what made him a man, right?
And then his white side was just kept tapping him on the shoulder. Like,
so what happened with Offset? Because Offset all the way black.
He's not a man.
He never grew up. He's arrested development.
So how did Clay grow up?
Because half of him was a man.
Which half was a man? Which half was a man? The white
the
side?
Black side.
The black side. So Offset's a man because he's all the way black.
No, because he's cheating.
He never became a man. That's what we're trying to tell you. Offset never became a man.
If you are a black man that's cheating, you're not a black man.
If the all black man was cheating and he not a man, and then you got a mixed dude and he's half white, half black, maybe it was the black side that caused the cheating. I'm just saying.
Well, if that's the case,
yeah, I'm gonna shoot AR with that one. I'm gonna shoot AR.
I'm just basing it off of your logic.
If that's the case, then that half of him is not a man yet. That's what we're trying to tell you.
Hey, okay.
I mean, you can't be basing off our logic because my logic is black men don't cheat. So,
but then okay. So okay. I'm just
wait, Keon, I don't understand that. Then what is it called when a black man is in a committed relationship and then decides to slip, fall, and land in somebody else's vagina?
He's a boy.
He's a boy. That's a black boy.
Okay, no, I'll buy that. Good. I take that answer.
There we go. Yeah, I've been a black boy before, a couple times actually. I'm not. Look, I'm not. I'm not from this. I'm not from this. This standard.
Crazy.
Hey, I would hope you've been a black boy. Otherwise, you were born a black girl, and then we got other questions.
Wow, you on some other shit.
You missed the whole point of why he said he was a black boy. Like, I don't know, you're not following the conversation.
Go ahead, Sharon.
And then they be saying, Sharon, why you got frustrated? Because they ain't following the conversation. Literally, he said a joke that he cheated before. That's what he was saying.
Sharon, I literally caught that, and you're right, Sharon. I didn't understand it. That's why my comment was.
And that was your joke. Then that was a horrible timing for a joke.
Sharon, crazy.
Arrested Development. What can I say? Cultural misappropriation.
Was that not a horrible joke at the time?
I support Shadow. I support all black men, because I believe in the brotherhood. The brotherhood is it will not be televised, but it is here. It's definitely here.
Wow. Sharon Bracy, I put a video in the back chat. I think it's less than a minute. It's titled "How to Spot a Cheater on the First Date."
Uh-oh.
Anybody that's up here that can access it, go right ahead if you don't want to display it.
If he has a crazy name, if he has wicks, Diva can give this list better. If his name is
Here we go.
Or DeMarcus or Ladavian.
Cavante.
If he has more than three syllables in his name, if he has a septum piercing, that's male and female.
Oh, what piercing?
A septum.
A septum piercing.
The nose ring that's in between your nostrils.
And don't forget green eyes.
Uh-oh.
Green and blue eyes.
Oh my goodness!
If they have a contact ring,
blue is good.
Look,
blue
if they have
good.
a contact ring, they're dead. Look,
I've never met
613 blonde hair. Dead.
Hold on. What the hell is a contact ring? The hell is that?
No, so people who have poorly fitting contacts have the ring around their eyes where their contacts don't really fit their cornea well. So it's the contact ring. It's the ring around their contacts.
What the hell are you talking about? But
you know what? I'll show you.
It's okay. I don't want to say it because I know that's not on the list. But we might have to figure out a way to do a series on your list that don't miss and pull up the goddamn criminals bond and see how many things they have on the list. We might have to find out and see if we can find a criminal that does not have that thing on the list. Let me see Glacier fighting back. Oh shit.
Don't provoke me to anger, or else you be in danger.
Okay, Glacier out here fighting back. Shout out to Glacier. Got Peace Diva. Glacier Maniac with the 20 ball. My 20 minutes are up. Chill out, Diva.
I thought it was fair.
I don't think she was dropping Diva though. I think was she?
I
Grace,
said
you might need to
Diva.
explain that one.
I said
she
Diva.
back?
Yeah, she back.
That's what's up.
Yeah, KT cousin back.
Yeah, I remember they was calling her white.
Diva's immune to being dropped. You might have to switch your bullets to somebody else's place.
I don't know why y'all think y'all gotta read better. Y'all need to learn how to read better.
Definitely, especially me. I honestly, I think reading is overrated personally, but that's just a me thing.
Yeah.
I enjoy reading them. It did say, you want to put it back up so we can read it professionally? Because it definitely does say.
I'm not getting gaslit no more for the rest of the day.
You don't call it gaslighting.
Yeah,
I doubt that.
Because y'all have a strange way of seeing what's actually happening. That y'all try to make it like I don't understand. It's weird.
May I say something corny that's off topic? I just want to announce that today is the born date of Coretta Scott King. For those Black history enthusiasts.
Shout out to Coretta Scott King.
Yeah.
And shout
out to her legacy.
The Honorable Coretta.
Mm-hmm.
No doubt.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good woman, man. She was getting cheated on too,
I know, right?
Martin
Thank
Luther
you,
King was a black
Sharon,
boy.
for letting me say that. Thank you. Now, I don't want to talk about how she was cheated on. I'm just saying today is her born date. So
How you
that's
gonna
it.
do that to Martin Luther King? Hey Keon,
Yes, sir.
what do you think about? You know what? I'm not even gonna bring that conversation back. No, I'm not gonna frustrate myself.
Are you talking about that 20,000, 60,000 thing, or what would you?
No, I was gonna talk about the risky part. I thought that part was crazy. Did you hear that part? Was
Yeah,
risky
the
and
guy
was
that couldn't agree to the 100% being
Yeah,
no
that-
risk. That was
that-
ridiculous. It was like a fifth grader could have answered that question.
Yeah.
Well,
100% no
in
risk.
order to avoid that conversation again, there's actually an equation based on risk factor that none of y'all even looked at or considered. And again, AR knows better, which is why I was mad at him while he was saying it. Because even if there's a 100% guarantee that you're gonna make that money, the timeline that you're waiting to make that money, if anything were to happen, you don't have access to that money, and you won't even pay a penalty when you withdraw that money, i.e., your risk. Moving on from that conversation.
That is the dumbest thing I ever heard.
I mean,
nigga, hold up, no, hold up. I'm gonna owe you some money real quick, nigga. What?
AR did not answer that question properly.
Now y'all want. I want to know the question. Now I want to know it.
No, Sharon just tried to gaslight you. Let's go, bro.
The question is, if it's 100% guaranteed that you put money into the stock market and wait 20 years, that you will be in the green, is that risky? Your answer is, Keon.
If it's 100% guaranteed, no. I mean, if it's 100%, no, I wouldn't. How is it a risk if it's 100% guaranteed?
I have no idea. But he's about to explain to you how 100% guarantee can still be a risk. He's still going to try to do it. It's crazy.
Right, because apparently niggas don't know math and risk assessment. So whatever money you put in for your capital is not going to gain that interest until an X amount of time. If anything were to occur during that point, your initial investment is your initial risk. Okay. Whenever you can't use that money and something were to occur, and you have to pull that money, again, you have to make it the full 20 years. So year 1 through 1911, if you pull that money, you will be penalized, right?
Okay.
So that penalty and that initial investment are both your mitigated risk for this ultimate prize. It's
okay. So you're saying if some outside thing happened to the point where you had to pull that money, then there's no way that you can actually get into the green because you're pulling money from the account.
Right, because even though it's guaranteed to be green, if anything were to happen, it increases your risk mitigation because you have to then pull that money. And yes, I recently pulled $32,000 from a stock to buy my wife a new car when she got in an accident. So I know exactly how, I'm saying I know how this works. I've done it. Like that money, I wouldn't have been able to touch without the penalty, which is the risk of pulling that money ahead of time. Sorry.
Well, I mean, I get what you're saying, but I mean, just with Sharon's question, he was just basically saying if it was just 100% guaranteed for you to go in the green, would you put the money in? And I'm pretty sure a lot of people would say yes. Like, I mean, I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
maybe you had to pull it out, but
that's not what Sharon was posing. It was about 20 years untouched is guaranteed.
Exactly.
What's the risk? There's no risk if it's 20 years untouched. But then the other gentleman, he wanted to interject this paranoia because they went down, okay, at 80-20, what's the risk? At 2080, what's the risk? And he was answering it. And I'm like, okay, he grooving. And then he came up with the 100%. And he had a paranoid episode or something. He just got paranoid.
Okay. Keon, they was like, Sharon, you don't know the moon can shift to a 36-degree angle, and then the tides is going to change.
No, he started talking about emergencies. Remember, he wasn't talking about just leaving it alone for 20 years. He started talking about emergencies. And I'm like, where's the paranoia coming from with this evaluation? Like, where?
The direct answer to your question is because, and I quote,
they want to talk about what they want to talk about, because if they talk about what
you're right,
they talk about, yes.
No, because y'all can't pay attention to fucking math.
I got you. Hold on, Keon.
Yeah.
What I asked you, is that the same? Did he change the topic to what he wanted to talk about?
I think he was moving the goalposts for sure. But I mean, I get where he's going. But again, because he's just trying to say life happens, and when life happens, you're gonna have to take that money out. So, but it's still, I don't know. I don't know. That's not the question you asked.
Simple question: Did you take an initial loss when you put your money into the stock market?
No.
How the fuck?
I mean,
you know what, Sharon? You ain't finna gaslight me, nigga. I know how mad.
I think he's trying to say that depositing the money is depositing the money the initial loss here. Is that what you're trying? Because that's not in stocks. That's not what initial loss means.
If you were to pull the same money, if you pull the same money the same fucking day, you're losing a percentage of that money. Stop.
Yeah, but that's not what they consider initial loss. They consider that an investment, a deposit. That's what they consider that.
Hold on. What money are you losing? If you deposit, hold on. If you went in and you put $300 on whatever, and you pull it out 2 seconds later, it's still worth $300. The stock price hasn't moved, or it's went up and down, but it went back to $300. So you put in $300, you bought a stock for $300, then you sold that same stock for $300, and you pull your money out. What are you losing?
Penalty. Hey,
there is no penalty
because it was a 20-year. It was a 20, bro. Stop.
There is no
Who the
penalty.
fuck are you playing with?
No,
hold on.
There is no penalty for buying and selling.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on.
You know what? I'm not gonna argue.
Hold
on. I got you.
Hold on. Why you keep saying
I don't like arguing. I'm just gonna prove the facts.
Hold on. Because this is where we probably happen to misunderstand that. Why you keep saying a penalty?
Because literally, if you do a 20-year investment and you break that 20-year investment, in most situations, you actually have to pay a penalty to withdraw that money.
Are you talking about 401ks or IRA?
Not just talking about 401ks. Even if it's
hold on. That's not. Hold on.
Before you go, Sharon, let him put some money on this. If you're wrong, send Sharon $40.
How we keep getting back to this?
I don't know how. I just came back.
My fault. I'm sorry.
Talking about relationships with boyfriends and husbands.
No, it's kind of important. You know why it's kind of important, Diva? Because it shows the rational thinking.
Well,
whether or not your boyfriend is financially solvent, is that what it is?
Nah, we were just talking about if stock is something. If it was 100% guaranteed that you put some money into the stock market, and you're going to go green or go positive, or you get more money, would you do it? And some people saying yes, some people saying no. I don't know why they're saying no.
This is for the audience in general. If a boyfriend or girlfriend, for that matter, if they are financially irresponsible, where they don't understand financial investments and things of that nature, you should reconsider whether or not you're going to take them seriously. That's a very important thing. Like, please don't marry somebody who's a financial screw up. Please don't do that. Somebody that has a gambling addiction, somebody that, I know we were talking about infidelity, but also there are other factors that can affect your household if you're not so savvy in finances. Anyway.
Hey, yo, why he still owe me 40? He don't want to. He want to deny the truth.
Yeah, he owe you 40.
Slap the taste out of your mouth. I'd like to see it.
I think I was trying to save the brother because I know he didn't have a good answer for that.
Oh my goodness!
Lost. I gotta look that up. My damn set. Let me see this.
The bet was if he's wrong, he owes Sharon Bracy $40, and he didn't say anything for such a long period of time. I just jumped in. So maybe he was scared to make that bet.
Go ahead.
I'm not sure if Deepa microphone working yet. Is it
Shadow
good?
the Titan Wasp, $20. ARA.
Petty as hell. Just because he wrong. Just because he wrong, Diva.
I told y'all Shadow.
I don't know. I think people do enjoy being a contrarian, even on the wrong side of the contrarian spirit. A lot of my brothers
Actually, I was doing the research. I was
Look
doing
at
the research,
Waterhead, cool
and in fact,
nerd.
both statements are true. So I actually owe you $20 because there are certain investments you can put into the S&P 500, and you will literally incur a penalty if you try to remove it before a certain age or before maturation date. But there's other accounts where there is no fee to do the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's what I was going to say. Are you talking about a fee? You said penalty though. A fee,
Right.
because I know if you put it in, because I did a little stock a little bit, but when you put it in and you try to take some money out, it was like a $5 fee for taking the money out initially. So that's what I was saying. That's why I didn't know what you like penalty. No, a fee though. Yeah, you definitely get a fee for some of these companies.
Yo, like I don't know if can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, Waterhead, cool nerd.
Yes. Number one, no one said anything about this. The question was not about should you do it. The question was, is there a risk? And yes, some risk is worth it. Yes, sure. But the problem is, it's still risk. It's opportunity cost risk. Like I said before, you may need to spend somewhere else. You may make money. You may make more money somewhere else, but it's stuck in there, right? For 20 years. There's so many other things that make it a risk. That yes, it's a risk. It's just not. I mean, it could be a favorable risk for you, but it's always a risk. And there's nothing 100% guaranteed to not have a risk. That doesn't make sense.
I think y'all just pessimistic and y'all just want to find anything an issue, and it's okay. Hey, you get in a car.
How many of y'all talked to?
If you breathe air, is a risk. If you're alive, is a risk. You stay in the house, is a risk. You drink too much water, it's a risk.
Is a risk.
Drink no water, is a risk. We understand everything has.
Yes, everyone is a risk.
So,
No.
but to have the conversation that we are having, and we understand what a risk actually is.
No, y'all don't.
Anything is a risk is just nonsensical.
No, that's not what I'm saying, Sharon. You know it.
It is what you're saying. It's literally what you're saying. You're saying that because you could take it out because something might happen, something dramatic might happen in your life, and that you might possibly need to do something because it happened to one person in the world. That it is a risk is nonsense.
One person in the world is crazy. One person in the world is crazy.
What's the percentage of people who actually make it to 420 years? Since we're gonna play that game.
The question you need to ask.
Look, okay, why does it have to be like a long, drawn out conversation and argument? If you think it is, then do it. If you think it ain't, then don't fucking do it. Like it really just.
But Diva, that's the whole conversation about risk. Like this whole thing came about the conversation about risk, right? And people are not using what risk actually is. Yes, when you get in a relationship with somebody.
Hold on.
The conversation wasn't about should you do something. The conversation was about.
Here's the real problem, Diva. Here's the real problem. The problem is men are risky, and they just don't want to admit that being risky is not a good thing. Women are not risky, and if they stay on the straight and now they do they slow turtle pace, the tortoise in the hair, they are going to be more successful. The problem is that the ones that are successful at being risky, other people start having this fear of missing out situation. But we all know slow and steady actually wins the race.
Slow and steady still race.
But wait, Sharon, you need to be having conversations with your female counterparts here about how they love bad boys and love going with the guy that risks everything for whatever the case may be.
I thought we were talking about risk and investment. What that got to do with boyfriend?
Yeah, because he switched the game, right? He switched the game. It was about investments, financially, monetarily, and now he wants to switch it back to a risky relationship, blaming women for their perseverance.
Hold on, it's okay. We can even bring it into dating. So the problem is that majority of the men need to follow their non-risky girlfriend so they can slow and steady, so they can actually win the goddamn race. But most men want to be risky. They want to say, "Hey, babe, let me just get your tax return this one time. I promise you it's gonna go up. Hey, babe, let me sleep in your house even though I can't get an apartment and pay. Don't worry, I got you. When this thing blow up in my rap career I got you. Let me borrow your car, babe, until I blow up in my comedy situation. I got you."
So you said this was a negative risk.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Why are you making it? Why are
Go
you
ahead
making
and
this?
pay for this. Go ahead and pay this $60,000 college tuition for me, and if I don't make the money back, sorry, we'll make it up together.
And again,
It's called a
Well,
scholarship.
no, I don't.
dummy.
But not
It's
even
called a
that. I think.
scholarship.
I think. Go ahead, Sharon.
Hold on. First of all, I wasn't finished talking. That's number one.
Or let's not talk, or start this business.
I don't know. Can y'all not hear me? That must be that y'all can't hear me. Maybe everybody's on the lag.
They disrespect.
We hear you just fine.
Because there's no way that I spark that much thought when I talk. I understand I spark conversation and thought process, but there's no way that you cannot hold your thought process for that. This is not possible.
Mm-hmm.
That 3 of my brothers jumped out the window while I'm talking without taking a breath.
Mm-hmm.
And now one young lady. So
you're thought provoking. Sorry.
You got it, Diva.
Yeah, okay. Deborah Leonelli, 6457, $2. I'm sorry, Josh, but you're wrong. No penalty.
So yeah, majority what I'm trying to get at, even with this risky thing, being risky is bad decision making. Are we in agreement with that? Starting from Bomb Cherry and we go around. Bomb Cherry, is being risky bad decision making? What's your start?
A little risk, nothing wrong with a little risk. That's life.
But is it bad decision making?
Oh no.
You say no. Cool nerd, bad being risky, is that bad decision making?
Inherently no, but it depends on the type of risk you're taking. If he says that he's taking a risk by saying, you know what, I'm working in the warehouse now, and you know what, I want to be a forklift operator, so give me 6 months to get this certification. That's a good risk, right? If you're talking about, let me go deal some drugs, no, that's a bad risk. So it all depends about is it a good or is it a positive or a negative risk?
I don't even know how that was a correlation. Go ahead, Glacier. Is being risky making good decisions?
I think the practice of risk assessment is what needs to be pushed more often than not. But sometimes risks are warranted, which is why risk assessment is necessary.
Is being risky a bad decision?
I said that it depends, which is why I say that it's coupled with risk assessment.
No answer. Keon, is being risky
Okay,
a bad decision?
You know what I say.
It depends.
Oh my God.
Can you admit that you don't know what risk means?
No, I'm talking about risk assessment.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking to Sharon. Can you admit that you don't know what risk means?
Can we read the definition?
Yes, go ahead, Diva.
Finally, somebody said that.
Oh, I don't know. I don't have it. I thought y'all would have already done that by now.
Maybe we should have started with reading the definition.
Okay. That's crazy to me. That is absolutely
Don't
insane.
worry. I had it Google searched immediately. Risk is the existential force that grows because it forces individuals or organizations outside their comfort zones, fostering innovation, reliance, and skill development. Typically, taking calculated risk rather than avoiding them leads to higher performances. So it also answers Sharon's question. Yes, risk is necessary and risk is a good thing. Did you get it? Oh, did y'all hear me?
Oh,
I heard it.
Yeah, I heard you.
Yeah, we did.
Okay. All right, bet. Thank you.
Let's see.
Do you agree to that definition, Sharon?
I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna tell you what I agree to.
Oh,
What
Some
I
niggas
agree
don't. Oh, sorry, $2.
is that y'all don't make good decisions simply by virtue of the fact that y'all sat up here debating it for hours and nobody thought to read the definition.
Hours.
Right, but this is the type of thought process that
I
I be
told him
talking
about
about when it comes.
Hold
I'm
on,
sorry,
because
who's
I
speaking?
already understood that. I already understood what it was. I didn't need no. Anyway, so risk is the probability or the chance that an adverse event, loss, injury, or dangerous circumstances will occur. That is the definition of risk. I don't know what the fuck he read.
Cite your sources, both of y'all.
Nah, man, we not about to. Y'all
Now
gassing
we
this.
got the
Y'all
site sources
gassing.
when you sat
Man,
up here
Are
for
God
we
damn.
hours
going around the
debating and
panel
didn't
with
even
this
think to read it.
question, or are we stuck on?
Okay, hold on. So this is what we could do. Keon, do you want to look up risk definition?
I'm outside, but hold on. Yeah, I can. Hold on.
All right, if it's all right, you outside. So Glacial, can you do it? Are you at a computer?
What do you want me to do?
Look up the definition of risk.
Any particular definition that you have in mind?
The one that you find.
Just
Oh
Google
my
risk,
God.
man. God damn, y'all
Oh
y'all
my
too damn
God.
smart for yourself, man. God damn.
We gotta
Well,
make sure.
Keon, you can get it done, homie.
Okay, let's go with Merriam-Webster. It was one of the first ones to
Okay,
show
let's
up.
see what that one's. Okay, let's see what that one say. What that one say?
So we have 4 different variations of risk. I'll go in order, okay? Starting from the top. Risk, possibility of loss or injury or peril. That's definition 1. 2,
Okay, pause there.
somewhat.
So when we are
Okay,
talking about, let's pause there. So risk. When we are talking about risk, is that not the definition that most people come up in their mind with when they think about being risky?
Glacier, can you repeat it for me?
yes, possibility of loss or injury, i.e., peril.
Yeah, I would agree.
Wow. Okay. You know.
Okay, so now that we got a definition, most people were addressed with the word risk. Is it a bad decision to take risk?
Yes.
The fuck is the problem, bro?
There's 4 different definitions.
And this is the reason why it's just so crazy to me that
you didn't ask which word. You didn't
I
ask
really
which
think that grown folks really understand definitions. So I didn't never. It never even.
Wait, Glacier, didn't it say possibility?
Yes, possibility, as in that
Huh.
that doesn't mean that it's guaranteed.
Can we look up? Can we look up the definition of possibility? Possibly. Can we get the Merriam-Webster on that one?
Sure, I can.
Wait, are we
I can
gonna
pull that
break
up.
down
Give me one
every
moment.
word individually?
No, because that's what we want to do here. It seems like that's what we got to do. So, if possibility.
It's part of the reason why I said risk assessment. Sometimes taking a risk might be worthwhile to get to a more advantageous position rather than remaining reserved. Hold on.
Yes.
Possibilities up. First one. The condition or fact of being. What kind of retarded definition is this? Hold on.
Did she just pass?
Yes, she did. On her
Yeah, she kind of did.
Definition. What is this? Hold on. Archaic. One's utmost power, capability, or ability.
Okay.
So that's better. I'm discarding 3 because it has possible as a part of the definition.
No, it's possible.
And then 4, potential or Who's that going?
Cool nerd.
Hello? Okay, better. Potential or prospective value, usually used in plural. That is the 4th definition.
Yeah, so we mostly use it in the first definition. So I don't know why we are acting. And this is another attempt to just save men for some strange reason. And it's okay. Women make better decisions because they not being risky. Can taking risks benefit you? Yes. Somebody in the world is taking a risk and they are going to benefit tremendously with is whatever it is.
So Sharon, let me ask you a question.
However, on majority scale, the risk takers are the biggest losers in the world.
I would say that risk assessment
while
is
also being the biggest gainers.
You're not talking about assessing. If I do, okay. Y'all
So
got it.
Okay. On a majority scale, Sharon, you're right.
Hold on. So if y'all want to change the conversation to risk assessment and say, hey, I have a 90% chance of winning something, and say I made a risk assessment and it makes sense, and so I took a chance, fine. I don't know why is that brought into the conversation.
That sounds like
not
gambling.
what we talk about. But if you want to be right in the conversation, then yes, you could say risk assessment.
Sharon.
We didn't start off with percentages.
On a strictly just financial, ignoring everything else, right? Strictly financial basis, right? Your daughter meets a man who's in med school right now. He's not making any money right now. He's in med school right now. And she says, would you assess that as a good career for that man to go into right now?
I would say
It's
yes.
risk. That's a
It's
risk.
not risk. No, it's not.
That's a risk.
Yes, it
No,
is.
it's not.
It's absolutely a risk.
Don't you get
Okay,
that
so
afterwards?
Because
so
for the first 6 years, she's gonna pay $30,000 a year in his residency.
explain to me why it is a risk.
Because number one, for the first 6 years, he's gonna owe over $20,000 in student loan debt. For the first 6 years, he's gonna be in residency, right? So he's gonna be making $30,000 a year. So on a strictly financial basis, until he gets his first real attending job, he's going to be making prime
He's
money.
at a net negative. He's at a net negative, and he has to climb his way out of that.
Residents earn more than 30,000.
After that, they
earn
want to
more
see.
than 30,000. They usually earn around 60 to 70,000.
Nope, it depends on where.
Okay, that's fine with the
Residents earn
depends.
more than
Y'all always do the
30,000. They
depends
usually
stuff. So
earn
regardless,
60 to 70,000.
It depends
so
on where.
okay, regardless of this depends shit, right? Because y'all keep on, I don't know what kind of fucking underwear y'all wear, but y'all always talking about some fucking depends. So again, in the long term, we talking about marriage, is it a good idea for a woman to marry a goddamn surgeon?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, so what the
That's a risk. That's a good risk.
Not.
It would be a risk.
I mean, if you're saying that she could possibly get cheated on, I guess. I mean,
No, I'm just talking about strictly financial.
What if he fails his schooling?
Strictly financial is not a risk. Strictly financial is absolutely not a risk.
It's absolutely a risk. And anybody who understands risk will tell you that's a risk.
Wait. If he's starting at a deficit, by the
Residents
time he gets
earn
out of
between
school,
60 and 75,000 a year typically.
I
Y'all can Google it.
Cool.
Ain't nobody
Right,
earning no
I did actually say that.
$30,000 to be no resident.
Hey, I was dating a girl. She was at Harvard med school, and she was making 30.
This sounds very transactional, and this is kind of crazy to me.
Harvard pays its residents, right?
You shouldn't be marrying
Google
for
how much Harvard
transactions.
pays its residents. Shut up.
You shouldn't be marrying for transactions, so I really don't support this.
You go take care of your
The
child.
conversation he
I
want to
don't
have
support
right
this.
now. The conversation you want to have right now, which is weird argument. It's
What
weird.
All I'm saying is,
No, I just want to say that there's a such thing as risk calculation, and you can literally calculate every kind of risk by a literal, identified program. Hey, it's literally qualifying the potential threat and multiplying it by the likelihood or the possibility of an event occurring. Literally, you're counting that 20 years in the risk assessment. I don't understand why that's so confusing.
there you go.
You're saying if you make the 20 years, yeah, you're right. But then you're not considering the risk assessment. There's an actual risk calculation for all of these processes. And it's in the back chat now.
It's a lot more. It's Ron. This is the thing. I think the problem is you're trying to make something that's really complicated, which is risk assessment. That's why people get paid a lot of money to do it. And you're trying to simplify it, and it's not something you can really simplify like that.
It's actually no. So the thing is that it is actually It is simple.
It's not.
Most people in America make it past 20 years old. That's simple. Are you saying that I'm wrong?
Make it past 20 years old, or having their money on something for 20 years. That's two different things.
He said make it past 20 years.
Most people most people live past 20 years, but then most people don't have their money on something for 20
There you
years.
go.
What age do most people die in America? What's the age?
Between 65 and 89, I think.
Okay. So do you think that this whole assessment of you might die and you're going to get hit by a train and you're going to fall off a fucking airplane makes sense to bring it to the conversation of, hey, put your money somewhere for 20 years, because in that 20 years, nobody ever in the history of it lost money. You don't believe that actually makes sense?
If they made it to the 20 years.
No,
and here's where the risk assessment comes
you
in.
keep saying, bro.
If they made it to the 20 years.
that is a risk, isn't it?
It's still a risk. Yes, it's part of the risk. And listen,
Okay.
No, hold on.
I mean,
Hold
not
on.
in his hypothetical. Y'all trying to go outside of his hypothetical, and that's
It's
what's
because
making this kind of irritating.
his hypothetical doesn't make any real sense.
But it's his.
Like,
If
it's
you're going
not
to answer
realistic.
his question, answer the question. Don't try to make it outside of anything about the question. Just answer
So
the
don't ask
question.
a real
If you
conversation about a
answer the
conversation.
question, no, you can answer the question, and then you can go into all that other stuff. But at least
No,
just
we
answer
tried
the
that. It
question.
didn't work. We tried that. It didn't work.
Never
I'm
mind. Never
sorry.
mind.
Well, I'm gonna drop after this because I gotta go exercise. But hi, Mr. Bracy. Hi, Diva. Hi, ladies on the panel. I agree with Mr. Bracy. All risk. When we listen to the first definition of probability, all risks are bad decisions. He bringing up the doctors. Doctors know in the long term what they're gonna have. Most risks you don't have information. Risk takers are looking for good outcomes, whether bad or good. They don't know. Being a doctor, putting the work ethic in, going to school, studying, blah, blah, blah. You know exactly what you're going to get into. It's called work ethic, not risk.
Risk. You have to know what you get into in order to call it a risk. If you don't know,
No. Listen. You can't. When the first lady read the first definition, what was it? Webster.
It was Merriam-Webster.
Okay, it says something about probabilities, right?
yes,
There can be multiple probabilities. When a doctor is in school, he know exactly what he's going to be getting in the outcome. So that's not a risk. That's called if you put in the work. If he puts in the work, he gets an outcome.
And if he puts in the work,
wouldn't that if represent the risk?
No, that's not a risk. That's a well thought out process.
Well, you wouldn't have said if it wasn't a risk, though. To be honest.
Yeah. It means that there's a possibility of him failing. What if he
it's not a possibility? You got to understand, like you can't
for his college credit.
No, I'm saying we're talking about when he used
about the possibility.
No, he used the doctor as an example. We're talking about regular people who are taking risks. So I agree with Mr. Bracy about taking risks is not a good decision.
Absolutely.
74% of people who get a PhD actually get a career in it.
But these people,
there's actually a 26% chance that is a risk.
You're talking about people who have been getting good grades their whole life. You don't even understand
what that means, stupid.
Yeah,
you said 74% of people that get a PhD do what?
That get a PhD.
But you guys are talking about people who are getting good grades, who have honor class. Like you guys not understanding what you're talking about.
Absolutely.
Taking a risk as a regular person without any thought into it is a bad decision. Period.
Yes, but that's not risk.
People who go to college and decide, people who decide that they're going to be doctors or dentists already have a work ethic to make it already.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Go ahead on Cyber Dreams.
I think my phone is tripping. I'm not sure.
No, that was
Cool Nerd. Go ahead.
No, it's Cool Nerd.
Oh my god. So and again, I just think that y'all not really understanding the conversation. I think y'all just listen. If y'all want to,
I mean, maybe if you come up with a different example for regular people, right?
Don't you say, no. How about you
just
say
okay, so you gave another example about the forklift. You said, okay, isn't that taking a risk if he's working a forklift job, making a certain amount of money, right? He has got information that if he go get a certain certification, he can make more money. How is that taking a risk when he is applying his study and his work ethic to make have a better outcome? How is that taking a risk?
Direct answer to your question, because he has to not get paid at the time he's going to school. If he decides
he didn't say that, but he didn't say that. He didn't. Hold on. He didn't add that nuance to his example, though. He didn't add that in.
I absolutely said he has to take 6 months to study and take the classes for the certification. He won't be working. That's exactly what I
hear that. Why wouldn't he be working? See, you guys always you guys always get these out the pie, out the sky scenarios.
That's a real life.
Listen, most
why
people.
wouldn't he be working?
Listen, exactly. He wouldn't have money to pay for the classes. Most people do both. I need you guys to stay in reality. Most people who work
in reality,
and I'm not gonna lie, if they're going for a PhD, they probably have a family that probably can send them money as well. Like it's
we're
if
talking
we're going
about
by
his
assumption.
first example of the PhD of the forklift. We're talking about that.
Oh,
Okay.
forklift.
Most people who
And
drive the
hold
forklift work between
on
50
one second.
and
Hold on one second. I want to read something.
We're not talking about the work. We're talking about him just making a decision to better himself. Why he can't do both? Most people do both. That's not taking a risk. That is assessing your life and making a decision.
Damn, girl.
Hold on one second.
That's not a risk.
Risk is not bad or good. It's
Hold
neutral.
on one second.
It's not a good thing or a bad thing.
Hold on one second, please. I want to read something, and y'all want to tell me.
I can't hear Sharon.
Oh, you can't hear me?
Oh, that's why. Yeah, because he's talking.
Oh,
you probably got to
get on
drop
the
it.
other
Come
phone.
Yeah, Sharon's talking right now.
Just tell her to drop it.
Hey, can you hear us though?
Yeah, drop and come back, Cyber.
That's all you have to say. Thank you, Keon. So let me read something. Based on historical U.S. stock market data, it is extremely rare, bordering on historically impossible, to lose money over a full 20-year period.
How are they balancing this?
Here's how they're balancing it. Over a full 20-year period. Like, he keeps saying a specific caveat without actually using what the actual risk assessment is.
After I read that, do you think it's risky to put your money?
That's a whole fucking narrative, and he's trying to play that game.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
That's an absolute.
Hold on, I'm just asking Keon. Keon, do you think it's risky to put your money in the stock market for a full 20 years?
For full, it depends. I would have to, because it depends on what stock you put it into.
I'll read it again.
Okay, go ahead.
Based on historical U.S. stock market data, this is what it's based on.
Yeah,
it is extremely rare, bordering on historically impossible, to lose money over a full 20-year period.
House market.
Okay, so in my response to him, I would say, so you telling me if I just didn't put it into Jake Paul's because that's technically a stock too. If I put money into Jake Paul's new, what do you call it, meme coin or Bitcoin, whatever they call it, I would, over the next 20 years, you think that I would be successful? Like that's
not the same thing. That's not the same thing.
It is basically it's an investment. We're talking about investments here. Stock market is an investment. Investing into the coins and currencies. Those are tradings and investments. So yes, it's basically the whole same. It's not the same thing. Yeah, you're right.
I don't understand what he's saying. Yeah, we can hear you.
Check.
Okay,
so stock market is not a risk. Stock market is taking a risk because the stock market fluctuates. You know, that's taking a risk unless you do something what Martha Stewart did. Martha Stewart has somebody who inside trading. Unless you have inside trading, then you good.
Yeah.
Hold on. I think y'all don't understand what Sharon is saying. If I was to buy like the NASDAQ, the actual stock market, I'm not talking individual stocks. It is impossible over 20 years for me not to be profitable.
Yeah, so the world would be going insane. Yeah.
No. So almost impossible. I'm not saying it's impossible. It's almost impossible. So it is. Let's say if it is a risk, right? It's a risk that if you use a condom, 99% that it'll break. I'm not going to go on that tangent that is it possible that something can go bad. But what I'm telling you is based on historical data. If you actually bet on the actual whole market and not individual stocks, the risk is so low that you couldn't even tell that you had a risk.
Yeah, I get it, but I like to keep your examples within the scope of regular people.
Hold on. Let me read y'all one more fact. Here we go.
He literally just used the word risk in the definition.
Keon, you ready for this one, Keon?
Go ahead.
Hopefully, Keon ready. 0% chance of loss. Analysts of U.S. stock market data since 1793 shows that there have never been, never been a 20-year period where a diverse portfolio lost money.
No, that's a fact.
What was the
Great
Depression?
I like that. That's insanity.
What was the Great Depression then?
Let me make something clear. It said from 1793, never.
Yeah, 1793. When was the Great Depression?
Over to exactly
in the 30s.
All of that. That's what I'm saying.
Well, it started in the 1930s. What started?
You should have said the recession, if anything. The Great Depression is the 30s.
The 2008 collapse. All of that.
He said 1970.
Hold on. from 1793 to now is never.
Oh, I agree with that. I thought you guys were talking about regular stuff. I thought you guys were talking about individual stocks.
Technically, they have went down, but so Sharon, are you saying that they never went? A diverse portfolio has never went down before, or
in a
are you?
20-year period, it is a zero chance of loss.
Because the Nasdaq is like a fail safe system, right? The Nasdaq.
I'm just letting y'all know, 0% chance. Since
now you're just gonna keep saying, just letting y'all know.
How does that? Okay,
yes, because it's
how do they
crazy. Because
guarantee
like,
it,
I don't even know how to say it any. Because y'all clearly thought I was lying, so now I'm reading it.
But no, he's not wrong because it gradually goes up. It gradually goes up.
It does consistently.
It consistently, yeah.
We're not arguing, Sharon. Again, I don't talk about what I think or what I feel. I'm talking about facts.
Yeah, I can look it up actually.
Okay,
data.
then
I'm not talking about. Yo, listen. I keep trying to tell you, I do not talk about my feelings.
But you are literally making up your feelings on the word risk, because get this. $20,000 for somebody who only makes $60,000 a year and $20,000 for somebody who has $2 million is not the same fucking risk. The money that you put in, that same $20,000 is not the same.
One more time, 0% chance. What risk do you have when it's a 0% chance?
How are they guaranteeing
the
that?
risk of making it 20 years?
My
the risk of
question is,
actually
what's the
succeeding
entry
in that
fee?
20-year time.
Do you understand how?
What's the minimum entry fee? Mr. Bracy, what is the minimal entry fee to get in there in that 0%? That's what my mind went straight to. How much money do I need to get in there?
So hold on, anything? Yeah, you can put anything into that. But
if you put $20 a month for the next 20 years, it's going to be more money than you started.
It's not going to be that much, but yeah, it's going to be more though, for sure. Hey, can I show this real quick,
How
Sharon?
come nobody's doing it?
A lot of people are doing it. You're not doing it. But here, you see, look, this is what
people aren't.
So look, this is the NASDAQ, right? This is the portfolio thing that we're talking about. This is 2020 right here. Well, actually, you said 20 years. So what would that be? 2016. So from 2016, it has been gradually going up.
It'd be
2000. Oh yeah,
2006.
2000. Yeah, I'm tripping. My bad. So from 2006, here, this is where we at, right? From right here all the way till now, you can see the line gradually going up. So he's not wrong, because that's what that portfolio. This is a portfolio that's including a whole bunch of like top brand businesses around the world. So if this portfolio fails, that means the world is probably failing, and that's why. I mean,
So
but
what
yeah, go ahead.
platform? What platform will we use? Because a lot of these different platforms charge fees and stuff like that. So.
Well, like they just said, a fee and a penalty isn't the same. But there's a lot.
Do we actually go to an actual bank?
No, hey, CAR should come back and actually have that conversation.
I'm trying to remember what it's called.
Something a professional institution.
Yeah, you could, but no, there's like certain bit like because you can do it online yourself.
But the reason why, because we're not financial advisors, so that's the best way to go and ask your questions, and then you'll be able to, because you're asking a professional, then you'll be able to assess from there.
I wouldn't think that where you can trade is a professional financial advice, but okay, I got you.
Because Merrill Lynch is sending me information, but I don't really. They have been sending me. They've been trying to solicit me. So, but then when you read the fine print, they're charging, a fee for this service. So, when you say $20, I need to cover the fee. I need to cover their fee and cover myself. So I was just, asking the question. I said,
"What is that? Traders." Go ahead, Sharon. I'm looking it up. I'll put it in the backtrack.
Hold on. You're thinking way over 20 minutes, and I got to get.
Keon, you're thinking like crack.
That was crazy.
Hey, I be getting caught up. Hey, yo, you know what I'm saying? I be getting caught up.
Yo,
wow, I'm back here starving.
Can you hear me or no?
Yeah, we can.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
To your question. So you guys put up the NASDAQ. I'm not sure what the studies are usually based off the S&P 500. So, the S&P 500 index is really what you would want to pull up. But to buy and sell, I mean, any brokerage. So like Fidelity, Vanguard, Charles Schwab. Because they're different indexes, dipshit.
I know, but we was just trying to prove that over 20 years, a lot of these big portfolios
I
gradually
understand what
go
you guys
up.
are doing. I'm talking to the people that are wondering about the studies that might want to pull up because they pull up NASDAQ and they're like, oh, well, this isn't what the study said. And because I don't know what the NASDAQ I don't even know when the NASDAQ became an index to be tracked. I don't know, like, it could have been 70 years ago. And then the study
What does that have to do with what I just said? Okay, well, go ahead, brother.
Just flow. To Cyber Dreams or whoever asked the question, Fidelity. I love Fidelity. I think they're a great brokerage. Vanguard. Some people like Robinhood. I'm not a big Robinhood guy. Charles Schwab. Pretty much those ones you can create an account on them, and then you can
Slap the taste out of your mouth. I'd like to see it try.
I prefer Vanguard.
I just think definitely going into it, Sharon. I'm seeing people literally change their what you call it class. Oh, y'all reading something? PhD?
Shout out because AR was right and I'm mad. Also, we got I random in the paper to us. Why the F? I'm still locked up. What the hell going on over here? Shout out the time out the point boy for the shadow L. Go ahead, Edith, man.
Yeah,
you got your W, AR.
I just like over the last little while I've been like playing with AI investing and different things like that. I just think most people are too skeptical to really ever invest. The idea of a risk, like maybe because I'm a business owner, going into business, I knew it was a risk. Like everything about my life, I feel like have been risky. So like I don't look at an opportunity that is that the people say might be risky, like I'm not going to take it. But I think that's why I'm in the financial situation that I am in today, because I was willing to take a risk. So us having that conversation, is it a risk or is it not? Even the people who have built an amazing portfolio, when you look at from a stock market, they usually bet on a lot of companies before when they was at their highest levels of risk. So that's all I'm saying is that a lot of people just scared. That's what it really boiled down to.
Yeah, I think the most part, most people want to have a conversation about the heroes that are risky, and that's what Cyber Dream is talking about. Like, yeah, there's a lot of people that we can use as examples. We can use Edelman. He's somebody that took some very good risks, but the thing that Edelman is not going to tell you is how hard he worked to make sure he had those risks very limited. And that's what and that's what Cyber was talking about with the whole doctor scenario. Yes, technically we could say it's risky, but all the work that he is putting in and proving that he can do that job is really taking away all those so-called risk factors because of the hard work the person is doing.
Absolutely, and it's nothing 100%. So you're 100%. We can say that being a doctor is risky, but what are we comparing to what? I remember somebody was telling me, they was like chicken is bad. And compared to what? If I compare chicken to a Snickers bar, chicken is good. But if I compare it to a vegetable, is bad. Compared to what? When we talk about risk, is it really quote unquote bad? But yeah, so 100%. I think what it comes down to is we got to get to a point where we believe that we can go make some more eggs. So many people think that they're gonna lose their eggs and they try to hold on to their eggs.
And what Cyber Dreams was saying, and I'm gonna let her go ahead and cook right now, is that the planning part, right? So you being a doctor, is plans be way before that, and that it's a track record of you going towards the right direction to be a doctor. So like, you are planning things, and it's moving in a certain. You moving into residency.
Exactly. Before college, they was in high school having certain classes. Yes. Listen, for example, my child, she has a 4.6, right, GPA. She already been to Washington D.C. She's already in certain circles of children that are projected to be the new doctors, the new politicians of the world. Okay, so her work ethic is extremely on her. So if she missed school for, let's say she's sick, she's going to go back to the school and turn in her work. She's studying. So for them to say that a doctor is taking a risk and not taking in fact the work ethic that this person put in is appalling to me. This let me know that these men have no work ethic. They don't have any planning of their own life, right? Because they think everything's just a risk. And nobody is working towards nothing.
No. But so both of you guys are right, because being a doctor is really risky if you don't finish. So if you're a quitter, that's a high level of risk. But if you're the type of person that actually finish everything that you do, because even like your example, I know some doctors, some chiropractors. I don't know if you call them doctors. They ain't have no plan. They just figured it out in college and then went to chiropractor, right? And they making $400,000-$500,000 a year. Like, it's just something about people who say, I'm gonna see this out. I'm gonna finish this. I'm gonna figure it out, even if it doesn't look good right now.
Man, not to cut you off, Edelman, but they still, you said they don't know their plans. But in high school, they still were putting in the work and getting the studies in to get them to where they can have this leisure of, oh, I can do this, I can do that. They had a cushion, a wiggle room. That's all I'm saying. Hard work pays off.
I'm saying
I work hard.
That's what I'm disagreeing. I get it. I'm disagreeing. These guys play sports. They wouldn't think about no school. They ain't do none of that. Sports.
See, but I can't quantify that. You could be saying some BS right now. I can't quantify that.
Well, you could be saying some BS too. Like that's what I'm saying. Like we gotta just take it at face value, right? Dude blew out his knee. I know a doctor right now. He blew out his knee. He thought he was going to the NFL, and he said, "Hey, I really got to do something." And he became a chiropractor, and like I said, one of the most successful chiropractors here. So I'm just saying. But he learned that work ethic that you're talking about. That's why I believe that you're right, because he learned that work ethic playing sports. Like, it was already in him. He just had to change what his priority was. That's all I'm saying. Some people got it, like you said, and some people just don't.
So wait, hold up. Just I don't know why y'all think just because it's a risk doesn't mean you shouldn't take it. You should take risk. You should always take risk. You can't get any further in life if you don't take risk, right?
Which is why I was saying risk assessment. There are certain risks that are worth taking, while others you discard right off the basis.
Exactly. So his question was inherently, and maybe he should say it. Maybe Sharon might want to rephrase it differently. Shouldn't be should women take risky behavior? It should be should they take bad risk?
Sir, that didn't make any sense. What is he saying? That don't make no sense.
Hold on. What makes it a bad risk?
If dude said he about to be a rapper and he's just sitting on the couch all day?
Well, the moment he said that he was going to be a rapper, the moment he said he wanted to be a rapper, I would have just walked off.
No. The key thing he said was sit on the couch a day. That is.
Well, no, it's just like how many rappers actually become big and successful?
Right, and that's a bad risk.
It depends on what you. It depends on what. Hold on. It depends on. Oh, hold on. It depends on what you. And we talking about a rapper that can make 60,000. That is a very possibility.
That's what I'm saying. That sounds like discrimination. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think a risk is a risk.
I don't think. So I don't think.
So Cool Nerd said being a rapper and sitting on the couch, that would be a bad risk. Either man, what would you consider a bad risk?
I don't think nothing's a bad risk. I think it's the person. Hold on, let me help you understand. I know it's people who I knew was going to make it in the rap industry. It was nothing going to stop them. They had the work ethic. And I know doctors who was going to make it. I'm really telling you, you got to start assessing the person and not the career. That's what I'm saying. Like, if we talking about like what they're doing, I'm just telling you, we got to assess that person. Right. They got that gene
but talking to your homies and trying to plan or premeditate a robbery, I would assume that you would say that's a bad risk, right? Even though you can get that 100,000 possibly.
The key phrase what I said was he's sitting on the couch all day.
I know that's what I'm saying. It's that person though. It's not the rapper. Hold on. Listen, if a doctor's sitting on the couch all day and not studying, that person is not that's a bad risk. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. We can't start making, because how it sounds like you were saying, Cool Nerd, the actual career itself was bad.
No.
Yeah, that's why I was saying that's discrimination.
Wait, hold up. What I'm trying to point out was it's too low probabilities, right? It's a low probability because you're sitting on the couch all day, and also it's a low probability to make a lot of money in rap, right? So
no, that doesn't make sense. Probability, if he's sitting on the couch all day, that's a high probability of failure. It's not considered low.
a low probability of success. That's what I'm assessing it from the success.
Yeah, he meant success.
If he get off, oh, he meant success. Okay.
Probability of success, i.e., the risk.
She ready, boy.
So what I'm saying is that's the reason why I use it, right? But you can also say that for a doctor, you can say that for a dentist, you can say that for a lawyer, you can say that for anything. If somebody's sitting on the couch and not doing anything, that's the risk, right? Risk isn't like risk is about human behavior, and that's why I was trying to. That's why when I was talking about that's why I was talking about the 20 years and put it in the market. It's risky because even if it's a guarantee that over 20 years the people are gonna make it.
You can't backtrack though, because you didn't insert human behavior. I did with work ethic.
Well,
you didn't insert that at first. That's why Edelman was saying, he just said that you said about the job itself. You didn't insert human behavior, human psychology, or anything like that.
Stop, because you weren't listening to me. If you didn't know I was inserting human behavior since the beginning, since 3 hours ago, then y'all don't know what human behavior means then.
All right.
So, Sharon, isn't your initial point saying that men should just follow women because they take less risk? That's your initial point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. So you know women don't even follow that, right? They literally say that they want the men to lead in the relationship, right?
Yeah, but that was maybe 40 years ago. But women are not saying that today. Women are not looking for men to lead them in anything. They are looking for more people that are making decisions with them and making decisions through their.
Even women who say that in action, if you don't display leadership qualities in action, then they're gonna be dissatisfied with you over time.
So it's crazy that these men are speaking for women and they're not women. So I'm a woman who've been with women, who've been with men my whole life, and the only risk I can see in 2026 is having sex with you guys. That's the only risk.
Damn.
Okay. Do you want a man to lead you in your relationship?
I mean, I don't have that thought process. I want him to be a man. I'm not in competition with his behavior, right? So I don't really care as long as he's a man. And men is going to do what they have to do, period, without the woman's influence.
So yes.
So you want the man to lead?
Yeah. So yes, you just said.
I'm not even going to.
Why is it so hard for you to agree with a man?
I'm not going to say it because that is some shit that's been on the internet all these years. I'm not even going to say it. Just be a man, and then you can take it from there.
So you can take me for face value. You can say yes to me. I don't care. Glacier, do you want a man? Do you want a man to lead you in your relationship?
Yes. I would want a man that knows how to take care of shit. If a problem shows up, he says, "Don't worry, I'll take care of it." I will trust him to take care of it. Now, if he fucks up on that, then that's where the problem lies. It's just like, whoa, what happened? You said that you were going to take care of it. Can I trust you to actually do this?
There you go. The women's.
Now you're arguing. Now you're arguing with a man.
Right.
I'm saying I'm only going to start to argue when he fails to do the one thing that he told me he would take care of.
Because you have expectations. So listen to what you're saying, man.
I have expectations.
But listen what you're just saying. You're saying and you answered the question as if like, okay, I want the man to do X, Y, Z. And if he doesn't do it, I'm going to ask him why he didn't do it. Now that's confrontation. Me on the other hand is I have situation awareness. I ain't saying shit. I ain't saying nothing.
Hold on. I'm giving the man room to be a man and take care of whatever problem that he needs to take care of. Is there something?
Not if you have a grievance, though. Not if you have a grievance with your words.
Hold on, Grace. So what you missing in what you're saying? So if he makes the decision and it turns out to be a bad decision, you gotta accept that.
Exactly.
Yes.
But she said she's gonna be combative. She's gonna be like, "Why you said this? Why?" These men do not want you to listen. I am not in the business of mothering no man. I'm not telling the man nothing.
Oh my God.
Hold on, so Glacier.
The moment you put a ring, if he puts the ring on you, you walk away and you let him take care of everything, right?
Glacier. If the man led you into whatever the situation, you know that's just what it is. It's no argument because you want him to lead you.
Yes, which means that I take all the discernment to decide who the right man should be for me.
So why should you fuss about it then?
Right, there you go. That's the issue.
I know. I mean,
so that means you shouldn't really
So when he says that he's going to take care of it and then he fails to take care of it, I should just stay quiet, period?
No, you got to have a plan B, baby.
Because that's it. Hold on, no, because that's the man. Because that's what you said you wanted. So, and this is why Cyber Dream said no. She's going to do proper assessment as the relationship goes. Right? When you say I just want a man to leave,
so who says that I can't do that while I'm doing that as well?
Because those are two different things.
How's that two different things?
Yes, because when you're assessing it, when you're assessing
a relationship of my own relationship.
I'm gonna try to explain it to you.
But I'm
attempting to explain it to you.
So when does my brain turn off?
Right now, because that wasn't your initial answer. Sharon gave you those answers. See, if that was something that was genuine, came out of your own thought process, you would have said it, but you didn't.
So I'm saying that I'm trying to put trust in my own man the moment that I marry.
But then you're fussing at him. That's not trust.
Okay, but I'm only fussing at him after he's failing to provide a solution after he already claimed that he was going to take care of it.
But Glacier, that was your example. It's not our example. Your example was, I want a man to lead me, right? And then if he can't lead me, then I'm gonna have a problem with him because he told me he can lead me. I told you I don't give a fuck. Oh shit, I owe some money. I don't usually curse. I've been trying to send it. I can't Google. I'm gonna have to get a whole new Google. You're gonna have to.
I got it for you. Don't worry about it.
Give me your email. I'm gonna have to Zelle you, and then you're gonna have my real name and shit. I'm not broke.
I don't be listening to yourself.
Yeah,
no, like I'm saying, I don't want to answer that question because then that puts me in a teacher mode with a grown man.
Yeah.
It doesn't, boy. It doesn't just like life happens and like everybody's not perfect.
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to be a woman.
I'm just trying to be a woman.
Glacier, Glacier, this is what I would say. You says like, hey, I will want a man to lead me that's have a proven track record of making the correct decision for our life. That would be a better answer for you since you want to take that stress off you. But when you just say, I want a man to lead, it could be off a goddamn cliff as well as to the promised land. Because
that sounds like risk.
Right. Because you could be dealing with risk, right? Hold on, let me finish saying, because you could be dealing with a risky man versus a man that is on the
wouldn't I be trying to figure that out before I get married?
Hey, Glacier. I don't know why y'all like to deal in possibilities of what if and it got this.
The possibilities is risk.
I gave you a solution. Hey, look, I'm telling you,
Mr. Gracie, how about I say this? Men behavior the last 20 years is risky, whether he's your husband, whether he's your fiance or nothing. All I'm saying as a woman in 2026, you got to have some type of strategic plan B when you're dealing with men. Right? I am not in the business of having a grievance. If say he leads me, right? And he leads me down a cliff, like Gracie said, I don't have the desire to grieve that. I've already had a plan B because I took the risk assessment, right? I did that privately. So I've already made moves. I've already made things where I can get out of the risk. Or with the bad, whatever he did, I can get out of it.
So just abandon ship.
No, I'm not talking about abandon ship. So you're going straight to the extreme. I'm talking about say a man tells you.
I feel like you guys are taking the extreme of whatever I'm representing as well.
Okay, if this man steps out, if this man has a track record of being promiscuous, let's talk about sex. That's okay. And if I marry this man,
I don't choose him.
No. I'm just saying men lie, but you gotta understand men lie. Period. Men lie. Okay. So if he tells me in confidence that he used to be this, used to be that, right? I'm going back, and then he goes and step out the marriage and come back and give you a STD, right?
Well, that's why I wouldn't choose a promiscuous man.
That's what your mouth say, but that's not what the reality is.
No, I've already said no to plenty of men who just want to focus on sex. Why can't I still? Why
All
can't I
men,
say
see,
a man?
you're delusional. All men want sex. All men want sex, Glacier.
I don't want a promiscuous man.
Glacier, all men want sex. What's going on here?
A man that doesn't know any sense of self-control. Why should I be spending my time with a man that doesn't know any sense of self-control?
You cannot gauge that by just talking to a man because men lie. I don't understand what's going on.
Behaviors demonstrate possibilities. If he's always promiscuous, that means he's trying to have sex with me 24/7. That means I tell him no 24/7.
Are we men and women are having sex out here in 2026, right?
Yeah, and I'm choosing to.
But it's definitely different levels. Like me, I ain't had sex in probably like 2 or 3 months. I'm chilling, you know.
I'm saying, but what you do, you do take the proper precautions, right? That's all I'm saying. If I get a man, listen, if I get a man that checks all boxes except that one box, I have to make a decision as a woman. Do I protect myself during sex the whole time through? Because there are women who do not have sex with their husband without protection. There are women who does that.
Yeah. So you should. You better shoot. You're not with me.
Hey, Keon, what did you say about sex? I didn't hear you.
What, the 2 or 3 months?
Yeah, what you didn't do in 2 and 3 months?
I ain't had sex in 2 or 3 months.
Dang.
Yeah.
Sad,
man.
I don't know.
Wait, hold on. We need to give a moment of
saying.
silence for Keon. Please, everybody.
I don't live in a land of delusion.
I didn't mean it like that, Keon. I meant it like,
Why do you believe that people are incapable of controlling themselves?
I'm not saying that. I'm not even
No,
going
they're
that
saying
far.
it like I'm a sucker and I can't get no putty. That's what they're trying to say.
I mean, Keon, that was information that no one on the panel needed to know. Like, come on.
Hold on.
It'd be all right.
Keon, I was saying it more like, like, damn, that's honorable.
And I was giving you respect,
I'm sorry, $2. My bad. Get out of here, bro. Okay, yes.
I was like, oh yeah, look, he's got some self-control. This man knows how to control himself.
That's how I said damn. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
That's respectful.
Yeah, thank you, brother.
Why do you think I offered her a moment of silence? That's a big respectful moment. Most men can't say the same thing.
Because you give a moment of silence for people that has died, but okay, all right. But yeah, for sure.
Mixed messages.
But Glacier, but Glacier, do you understand the correction that I gave you, that you should look for a man to lead you that has the history of making proper decisions?
Yes, that would be the first step before I even get married.
It's the first. Like, don't change it. It's okay. Don't change it. It's okay. You don't have to say the first step and all this other stuff. Like, that's not what you initially said. That's where the argument is at, right? You just say, yes, I want a man to lead.
Okay. I said that I wanted a man to lead.
Right. And so what I'm telling you, I'm trying to correct you so this way you won't just be led astray. You should look for a man that's going to lead you with a history of making good decisions.
Okay, that would be
like not having sex with random people.
Okay, that would be a part of the courtship, wouldn't it? I'm trying to figure out what kind of man he's going to be. That would be a part of our courtship before we're ever getting married, right?
I don't know.
Me trying
I have
to
no
figure
idea
out
because I don't know what your courtship means, so I don't know.
Okay.
Because I don't know, you talk like the Bible. You talk in parables.
I talk in okay.
Yes.
You know what? That's fine. That's fine.
Yes.
I choose to have very biblical foundations. I need a man that can follow those same biblical foundations before I can actually consider them. I'm not ashamed of that.
Wait, Sharon, so with one of the men that she's looking into, not trying to pressure her into sex because he understands what her view on sex is, would that be a good message from a man or a good choice?
What parable you just gave me?
Judges 6 and 9.
Talk to me in English, sir.
That's so blasphemous. No, so if one of her criteria,
irritate that nigga.
Listen,
her
listen.
criteria.
Glacier is not having none of the stuff you talking about. She is going to only date somebody from her church. That's it.
Right, and he's also not gonna push her into sex.
What church
right?
you go
But
to?
we both know that's not true.
I'm Orthodox.
Wait,
Exactly.
wait, hold on. What do you mean
Her,
that's
her,
not true?
her only best option is to never be alone with this man anywhere. Always be in public. That is a biblical courtship. Always have a chaperone. Come on now, who y'all think y'all talking to?
But just because you're alone with a man doesn't mean he's going to pressure you into sex.
Please,
That's
if you
fine.
like, listen,
Hold on.
Wait,
oh my God.
Hold on.
Yeah, there's a
hold on.
level of self-control.
Hold on,
you
Josh.
respect
No.
others. That's
Hold
wild.
on. Hold on. Shadow. And what year you talking about?
Period. Like
So-
niggas know how to
So
respect
hold on.
people.
So
Y'all
you
are just
saying-
acting
so
like people
hold
are
on.
degenerate.
So what you saying that so what you saying is what is possible or is probable?
If you find someone by getting to know them and they have the same values as you, it is very probable. Because
Man,
there's a
that
lot of
value
people.
gonna go out the door. If he smelling good, she looking good, it's sexual attraction. Come on, y'all just talking.
Man,
So
that's
men are
crazy.
incapable of controlling themselves. You really think that lowly of men?
Right.
Wait, hold
Because
on.
that's
guys.
what it sounds like you're saying.
Can I ask y'all a question right quick?
I'm talking about biblical courtship. I'm talking about biblical courtship.
Hold on. So Josh, you're saying that young men in the what age group you in, Glacier?
I'm 30.
Okay, so Josh, in the age group of 30-year-old men, it got men that are willing to wait until she marry him.
Absolutely, yes.
Yeah, I'll
That
wait
is
for
a
it.
thing.
I wait for
Man,
it.
That is always
Sharon,
been a thing.
I'm changing my name to Stop the Cap. I'm going back to my original name called
Y'all just
Stop the Cap.
ghetto, man. Y'all just ghetto. Y'all think black people are always just doing ghetto
Yeah, y'all
stuff.
acting like
and y'all just
We
always
have the
trying to make
data, but we
this
have
white
the
person
data to.
personality. I can't stand
What are you talking
y'all.
about?
Because y'all just think black people
are
are just
getting
so
married.
ghetto.
What
They
are you
can't
guys
control
talking about?
themselves. They just savages. Like, this is ridiculous.
Okay, so
Man, it's
Keon, are you saying that it is a plethora of men that is a good litter for her to pick through where they are
Yeah, the
willing
qualification.
That's a lie, because we wouldn't have the 304 culture or the black single baby mama culture. Like, you
Yes,
guys
you
are
would.
not honest when you guys are
Point
talking.
proven.
Yes,
Point
you
proven.
would. Because a lot of those niggas are fucking the same people. What the fuck are you talking
No,
about?
that's a
Hold on.
lie. You don't
That's
know
crazy.
that. That is a
The
lie.
Hold
The
on.
stats
Why do
support
y'all-
it.
Hold on, please. Why do y'all men lie for no reason?
No, y'all just always want to point and hyper focus on
I
one
just need
certain
to
point
hold
and try to
on,
make it seem
hold
like
on.
that's
hold on.
everybody.
I'm not gonna lie.
Hold
It's
on.
not
I'm
about
gonna give you
lying.
facts.
Please
You're
don't move it
lying.
from. Hold on. Please don't move it from what I'm asking. Please. Why are we trying to act as if it's a bunch of 30-year-old men that is waiting to marriage?
Because it is.
Why are we doing it?
But Sharon. She specifically pointed out a specific cohort. In that cohort, that may be a large set of men who are waiting for marriage.
And who married?
We can assess the general population. You have to,
Exact number. 11% of men between 30 and 40 are still virgins in 2024.
You said,
And
what's
I
the
just looked at
That's,
goddamn
they
stats.
call
Hold on,
incels. That
hold on,
involuntary.
hold on.
That's not by choice, though.
Hold on. What's the percentage?
Oh.
11.
you can't go back.
11%. And you
Yes.
saying, hold on, and you saying out of that 11%, Glacier's gonna meet one of them?
Why not? Because there's caveats to why that 11% is what
Perfect.
they
I'm
are.
just asking a fucking question.
And I'm answering your fucking question.
No, you're not.
How not?
You have to look at the cohort. You can't just
I
look
just
at
Could
wanna-
she meet
I
that
didn't say
person?
could. I
Yes.
said she is going to meet one of those 11%.
Yes.
And then and that person's gonna wait for her to marry.
Yes.
Okay. So now I'm gonna ask you a question for the red pill side. This is a question for you, Josh. Why so many
I'm not
men
red pill.
saying- okay.
I'm not red pill.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
What the fuck?
Don't insult me like that, bro. I love you. I fuck with you.
I'm just
Don't do that.
No, he said he's going to ask a question on the red pill side. He's going to form a question that is conducive to red pill thought process. Go ahead, Mr. Bracy.
Thank you.
Shadow isn't red pill.
So why so many men say women cannot meet the top 10% of men and marry them?
Because I don't know. I
What
don't
are you
actually have the
defining as
answer.
top 10%?
It doesn't matter.
Victor, you asking me a
hold
question.
on. What I'm trying to get to understand is that Shadow saying you can meet the 11% of virgins that's willing to wait, but somehow the rest of the world cannot find the other 10% of men. I'm trying to understand how these men are thinking. Like when it fits them, they are willing to say, yes, she could meet the 11% somehow in her neighborhood. But somehow when a woman says, I want somebody 6 foot, 6 figures, 6 this, 6 that, whatever, they will say, hey, that man is in the top 10% of men. You will never meet him. And all the men say, yeah, you can't meet him. But now we got Josh saying, no, it is a possibility.
But can I ask
the comment was,
Sharon, trying to understand the mental process of what Josh is saying.
Sharon, I thought that saying was they won't get him to marry them because they don't qualify for that man in the 10%, even if they do know who he is. I thought that was the talking point, not that they would never meet him. I didn't know that, so that's a new situation for me. I don't even get that.
I think you're confusing something. Can I just say something for a few seconds? All right. If we're using general population, right? Stats, but you got to understand that Glacier pointed out a specific cohort that she's a part of, that she's in, right? Mm-hmm. Their behavior may be different from the general population. It's just like if I said, "Hey, I want somebody." If she said,
"Pause right there, cool dog. Pause right there."
They may have
pause
that.
Right no, pause right there. So, Glacier, are you being courted right now?
At the moment, I'm looking at somebody. Yes.
The personal shit.
No, are you being courted right now?
I said cohort.
No.
Okay, so therefore, fact is proven.
Oh, so he's single.
Whoa! Just because she's not being courted right now means she can't be courted?
Yes, because she's in the church. She's looking.
Okay.
So but biblical courtship, the man has to choose her. She can look all day. She's going to be out of line if she goes and approach this man.
I agree with that.
But she might
technically, yes.
She might go somewhere in her.
We're talking about biblical courtship within religion. This is the conversation now. If she want to get outside of biblical courtship and still have some morality and still use the things that she's learned in religion to find a man, then go ahead, sis. Go get as many numbers you can.
Right.
Yeah,
but if she's not doing that, if she's not doing that, she's gonna have to sit there and wait till the man choose her.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So,
but she's willing to wait.
Yeah. What's wrong with me wanting to wait?
Hold on, so we can have the proper conversations. Nobody is saying there's something wrong with you. The problem that we have is that these men are saying that you have a great opportunity to get this man. We letting you know the reality that it is very slim pickings for you to find somebody in your faith, in your neighborhood, and have all the criteria. It is very slim to none what you are looking for. That is all. We just want you to be in reality. That's it.
I've been staring at reality. That doesn't mean that it's not worth having that priority.
I don't even know why you explain yourself. Say and keep it moving. If she chooses to be single because it don't work out, then who cares? I mean, that's her life. Why are y'all trying to push her to be more promiscuous? This is crazy to me. I thought that y'all would love for a woman to be married.
That's a false. We're talking about courtship. No, what are you talking about?
I'm just wondering what we're talking about.
What we're talking about is that you fucking men lying and acting like y'all are some goddamn
bring it out.
Like not just as pure as what she is. That's what we're having a conversation about. I don't know why we cannot just have a conversation on topic. She wants a certain type of man that is willing to be like her and have that goddamn walk of faith like her. What we just saying that it is not as easy as it is for her, for majority of men. Even the men that is in her church is goddamn degenerates and they are lustful as KT. The
So she should
Hold
just
on,
give
hold
up.
on. And as
You
a
don't
woman,
know
Glacier,
that.
I'm telling you, don't sit back and wait for no man. Go out there and
So
choose
she
that
should
man.
give up.
Go out there and get him.
filled with many, many married men, happily married men with several children.
All right, so let me ask you a question. Hey, Glacier.
Like, that's wild.
No,
Hey, Glacier.
Can I talk to the young lady for a minute? I think I'm older than her. Young lady, go take what you learned in your religion. Take it out there. You sound like you're attractive. You might be in shape, like you know what I'm saying. Take that same morality and apply it to the men of the world. Okay.
Okay.
Don't just get stuck. Don't just get stuck in religion and in the church, because we have the receipts. We have the receipts about what's going on in the church.
I got
Okay, but Orthodoxy is a very small sect.
No. I'm just saying. I just gave my advice.
People do not know about Orthodoxy.
Hold on, let me just make this. Hold on. Y'all need to slow the fuck down. Let's make this clear. Glacier, do what is best for you. If you have the proper men in your life that's going to choose that man and you want to go with everything biblically, that is fine. Nobody's trying to steer you away from that. But these bullshit ass men talking about that is a plethora of young men out there that's just willing to wait. They are fucking liars.
That's a distraction. No, you don't agree with her
Man, you
lifestyle,
just
and
lie
you want her
straight
to
through your
just lie. You don't agree with her lifestyle. You're trying to say it, and you're trying to be and coddle. And no. Wait a minute. And you're trying. No. Wait a minute. No, Sharon, I didn't even get my point out.
Hold on, please. I don't know why it's so difficult for y'all to address the words I'm saying. Don't try to turn it into something.
I am. If you would let me address it.
Hold on, please. I need y'all to stop trying to say what I am attempted to say and all this other shit. I said exactly what I said. Don't change what I said.
And don't try to tell me what to say. I have a response.
Hold on. I was very specific. I didn't give you an opportunity to go in between no lines. I was very clear. It is no in between my lines whatsoever.
Sure. So can I tell you what's between your lines now, or you gonna?
That's what I'm trying to say. So this way you guys say.
Okay, so let me just change up my whole response. Sharon, you were absolutely right, and I apologize for even interrupting me in my response to you. Go ahead, brother.
Right. So if you want to have a conversation, you can change it into
can I respond?
Else, that is fine. But do not say what you think that I'm saying or change what I'm saying. I said what I said.
You do that all the time, Sharon. To other people.
I do what all the time? I say
read between the lines. You do that all the time. You try to read between the lines and ask goofy questions that had nothing to do with what I say. You do it all the time.
Hold on. Do you think you communicate like me?
I communicate better than you. So yes, I do think I do.
All right. So that means you don't communicate like me, correct?
Yeah, better. So that means it includes you plus more. So yes.
No, you do not communicate like me.
Sure. Go ahead, brother. But can I respond now? I think that response that you had to her was absolutely BS, and I just think that you don't agree with her lifestyle, and what you're trying to do is coddle your argument behind men is bad to make her feel good and make her believe and manipulate her into thinking that she just go out there and be as promiscuous as she wants to and give up on her lifestyle. That's what I think you did. Go ahead, brother.
First of all, we didn't say go out there and have sex. We don't know if she's a virgin or not. It's not my business. I could ask her. The people in the chat want to know, Glacier, are you a virgin?
Yes.
Okay, she's a virgin, right? So we're not telling her to go out there and have sex, sir.
All right.
Sure.
We're telling her men lie. You cannot determine whether a man's a virgin or not. He don't have no hymen.
So you just going out. You just going out to have.
Listen, stop it. You don't have sex with men. Okay, we are women. How can you tell if a man's a virgin or not? How can you tell?
My thing is are you saying that you find relationships to not have sex?
How can you tell if the man's a virgin or not? By looking at his genitalia. How can you tell?
I don't do that, so I wouldn't know. Are you saying that you go into a relationship without having sex? Are you going into your relationship without having sex?
It's not about me. Glacier is the one who brought this up. I ain't bringing this up.
Okay, but you're the one making the argument. So can you just answer my question? Like I answered your question. Are you going into a relationship without having sex?
I'm telling a young lady that men lie. That's all I'm telling her.
Okay, whatever the case, what you're telling her, what the hell?
And you're trying to say that we're telling her to go
going into a relationship?
Hold on.
That's what I'm saying. You can't argue with people like this.
Keon, do men lie?
Yes. Are you going into a relationship without having sex, Ron?
Me?
You? Yes.
Why are you asking me?
Oh my God.
Because hold on. So let me get this straight.
Exactly.
Hold on. Let me
Because
get this.
Cyber is saying that we're not talking
Hold
about
on.
sex. We're not talking about sex. A relationship includes sex, does it not?
Hold on.
That's what I said.
Stop. Please, hold on 1 second. I do not want to start dropping people just so I can have a one-on-one conversation. I do not.
That's what I said.
Hold on 1 second. Keon.
Yes, sir.
Men in today are not in a relationship unless they having sex.
Example, evidence A, right? Of you reading between the lines and asking questions that had nothing to do with what I just said. Exhibit A.
I'm trying to understand why did you say the same thing? This thing that you
Because
said.
Cyber is saying that you're not including or talking about sex in this scenario. And yes, you are. If you're talking about a relationship, 99% of y'all on this darn panel is going to say you're in a relationship,
Glacier.
including sex.
Please stop interrupting. Hold on 1 second. Okay. I don't know why is it so difficult for y'all to answer questions. I'm not trying to frame anything. I'm trying to ask you a question so you can answer it. That's it.
I'm done. Honestly, I'm done.
All right.
I'm about to make this too difficult.
Yes, Cyber Dreams, and he don't want to talk. Okay.
Yeah.
So
okay, Glacier, would you choose a man that has sex before, being that you're a virgin?
Based
would you choose a man like Keon?
Based on his character and as if he's Orthodox.
I don't know what you mean by that Orthodox thing. What do you?
So, hey, Mr. Bracy, that's
Orthodox.
why Keon he's trying to put his bid in for Glacier. That's why
I got a church for you. Yeah, I got a church for you. You can be my first lady for sure.
Sharon,
Okay, now I get it. I'm gonna let y'all have it.
Can y'all hear me?
Hey,
yeah, stay on mute, Jalen. Hold on.
When you say somebody from the church, are you saying your overall church or your specific church?
Not my specific church. Orthodoxy is a sect of Christianity. It's the oldest sect of Christianity.
Yeah, Russian. She's Russian.
Okay. Well, they have several different sects, but regardless of which sect it is, Orthodoxy is a wide umbrella, so to speak.
All right. So, within your church, is it a higher probability that men would be waiting for sex? All right, waiting for marriage.
Within my church, yes.
Okay. So now we dismiss everything that Sharon said about the general population. Let's focus on what her church offers. And since he's saying it's a higher probability that she would get what she wanted from somebody within her church, that means she's more than likely to find it. It's just a matter of time and when she's gonna find it.
But it's okay. If you want to lie to her, then you can lie to her. But
I don't feel like it's a lie at all. And the reason why I don't feel like it's a lie, because I personally, my best friend was 32 years old when she got married as a virgin. And she has found a man. She is still married to him. She is now 42. And she has found a man who he aligns with her views, her religious views, and he supports her in it. And he knew everything that he was getting into, and he was okay with it. So I say, Glacier, continue on your journey, on your path, and I'm sure that the powers that be definitely have somebody who is meant for you, and you will meet that person. And it's like they can say whatever they want, but I know for sure that you can find that person. That man is out there, and he would accept you.
Thank you.
Because you know why, Sharon? Because she's looking within a specific cohort.
Yeah, y'all been hating on this girl for the last 30 minutes. Let's stop it.
Nobody's hating on Glacier. Like, stop it. Like, you full of it.
Don't entertain nonsense. Y'all
take that.
I mean, it's a growing sect with a lot of men. It also has a 9% divorce rate within active.
See, but she's kind of compromising because she would take a man that had sex before. So I'm kind of like iffy, Mr. Bracy. Like, come on now,
if they are devoted to orthodoxy, that means that they've become a catechumen. The catechumen process takes 2 years to do. So that means that that is a devotion to the church, as in they are active churchgoers. They are demonstrating a form of discipline by choosing to become a catechumen within the Orthodox Church.
So they're virgins. Is that what?
Born
You don't have
again.
to be a
No,
virgin
they
to become
born
a.
again.
You don't
Okay,
have
so
to.
they are having sex, is what you're saying.
Yes.
They used to have sex,
Was
but they take 2 years to prove that they are able to not have that sex and to show that commitment through
Uh,
consistency that they are committed to this lifestyle change. That is what it really is. I mean, it's like people can change, but they're not going to just have you come in off whim and be like, "Oh yeah, I changed. I'm not having sex anymore."
Let me also let Kunar and Keon know that Lorena also was a part of a cult, so that's why she believes
oh
that
wow.
it is.
I don't look.
No.
That's
Wait.
This
true.
nigga
No.
Sharon.
That's not true.
It's not a matter of me believing anything. It is that I can see things from different viewpoints based off of another person's belief. But it is not my belief. Let's just establish that right now. I am very spiritual. I don't do religion. So it is not my belief. But just because I can see somebody else's viewpoints doesn't mean I agree with them, nor does it mean that I believe the same as them.
Hey, listen, if you want to
Hey,
say
there's
that,
this new Netflix thing. It's a
hey, look,
Oh yeah, the nature boy stuff.
hey,
no,
look,
it's a
hey, look,
show.
Glacier, I wish you the best of luck to find somebody that is just as devoted as you, but in my experience, you need to be running away from these panels because you are never going to find them. These people are going to twist up your mind. These people are demons, and your ass needs some goddamn holy water. You need to go take a bath in it today. God damn it!
what did you teach?
Now I can agree with Sharon on that. I can definitely agree with him because these panels they will twist it up.
I'm not a
That
demon.
I can agree.
I'm not a demon. I'm a crip.
Handle it.
What's wrong? What did you just do?
But once a female start cheating on you, then what?
You suck it up, Playboy. That's what you do. What you say, Kunard?
So wasn't you just trying to switch her up? Because
Okay, Sharon.
I said, wait, hold up. When I was talking to her, I asked her what's in her cohort, and what is in the section that she's looking for. And she's looking
Yeah,
for.
it's just not a true statement that it is men in her cohort that ain't out there on those goddamn websites and like they are some man, this bullshit.
No, it's not.
But if she do find that needle,
Orthodoxy is a growing faith.
if she do find that needle in a haystack, shout out to that. But I know the men on this
Okay,
panel
I'll let this shit go on long enough.
I know it's men on this panel is going to act as if that it is all these holy endowment, but time and time again, we see y'all. We see what y'all are capable of. Was in the
Sure,
church,
0.7% of men in America are Orthodox.
whether if it's in medical professions, whether you're gay, it don't matter. Ish, y'all all liars.
Yes or no?
I'll be there, and I bet you I'll find
Do you not
somebody.
hear how toxic that is?
So talk
Like,
about the women that
Sharon,
accept those
that
men
is
still.
super toxic as shit. Like
Hey,
that's
it could
toxic.
be toxic. It
Like
could be toxic.
hold up, no, Keon, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to Sharon. 0.4% of men, 0.4% of men in their 30s are in the Orthodox Church. 11% of men in America are virgins. Literally, the men in her church could be part of that section, and she could meet one every day. What you're saying is all men are liars, and that's disingenuous as fuck, bro.
No, it's not. So the problem,
yes, it is. That's,
I mean,
that's,
the majority
that's the
of
kind
men
of ridiculous shit
hold
we
on,
always get mad about.
Shadow, calm down.
Hold on. The problem is with this whole 11%, you ain't saying the age group. That's number one.
But you're not in their cohort, so you don't know shit.
Yeah,
I know
the
that
majority of men in my
11%.
faith are happily married.
I know the percentage of men her age group that are still possibly virgins is probably
literally 11%. Literally 11%. I gave you the fucking number earlier.
What's the percentage on that?
I gave you the actual number earlier.
That boy's spaz.
Like I said, you're trying to spread a goddamn message, and it's not the real one.
Let that nigga
like,
know.
stop talking so bad against men and actually tell the goddamn truth. 11%
not
of men
Shadow.
between 30
Shadow, I do have
no, fuck that. No, fuck that shit. Literally, between 30 and 40, these niggas are literally virgins.
This man is saying
y'all are tripping.
Hold on one second. Hold on one
Go
second.
look there, fuck what I'm saying.
Hold on.
Go look at it.
Hold on.
down her religion when she's telling you what the fucking numbers are. That's crazy.
You bringing up the 11% of men that are virgins. First of all, we don't know what percent of those men are functional men. Because guess what? We have
and now you're making caveats.
I'm not one of those men right now is on my panel. He is a virgin right here. He is a virgin. He is her age group. He's a part of that 11% you were talking about. Literally on my panel right now today, this man is a part of that 11% that you are talking about being goofy for no reason, right? And
cool. You said being goofy. Why'd you say that?
The issue is he is not suitable for dating or marriage. Number two, that 11%.
And he's also probably not orthodox.
That 11%, it doesn't mean that the 11% is all in her church. Number three.
So we can both agree to that too. Next.
Number three, that 11% is such a small number to act as if because they got 10 men that's out there that is being goddamn holy and thou and say now we need to actually make that as the generalization of men is bullshit, and that is a fucking lie, and it's dishonest for a man that knows that majority of men in the general sense are not being good men.
Her religion only has 0.4% of those fucking people. What does that have to do with the price of tea in China? You're saying that she might not see it when 15 of those goddamn men could be in the church with her. That's why I'm mad right now. Because what you're saying is all men are fucked up, and I'm telling you, you're full of shit.
The problem is you keep saying possible. Well, is it possible? It ain't. No. You keep saying that is this one man in the whole United States that is a part of her religion. He might be in California, or he might be in fucking Spain, or he might be in Russia right now because he's an orthodoxy.
That 11% is United States. No, we're not gonna do that. I'm staying on point.
He said where she's at, he might be in California. You saying they are going to meet, and that is the problem. You are acting like it is a plethora of these human beings out there in the world that she can meet, and it's just not. That's what the
I'm saying.
conversation
She's in a church. She's in a church where this right here is a thing that she can look for because it's her standard. It's funny that y'all keep talking the same standard. Okay, then that's what I said. No, I agreed with you. You just don't like the fact I'm fucking countering.
You don't care about what I'm saying. Fine.
It's crazy because I didn't even imply that. I'm just saying what you're saying is nihilistic. It doesn't make any sense.
I know, because you're talking about a possibility. Okay, fine.
Yeah, but we live in possibilities and risks.
Fine. I think you're doing
I'm doing a lot. I'm doing risk assessment. To be a catechumen in Orthodoxy means that you have to actually practice a great deal of devotion to be joining the church. 2 years. The catechumen process is between 1.5 to 2 years. That is a pursuit that you have to willingly want to go through. I'm going through that process right now.
Is that both is that for male and female in you guys' church?
Yes.
Or just for the males?
Male, female, children.
So why do you have to go through it if you're a virgin?
Children?
Catechumens are the official members of the church. That means you're establishing a relationship with the church.
Oh, so okay, let me ask you this. Sex. So earlier, the other lady was speaking. I thought you guys were giving that example as if for people that had sex before and then they want to, So what is the process?
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
What is the process for people who had sex, right? What is the process for people what is it called? And what is the process for people who had sex and then they don't have sex anymore? Because I heard you say 2 years.
Okay, the catechumen process is joining the church. People who actually go through a vow of celibacy, that's like monks and nuns. But not everybody's going to be a monk or a nun. So it's just like,
girl, you got me so confused right now, girl.
So after listening to Sharon and Shadow, I have to say, Shadow, I get where you're coming from, but I feel like I came in misunderstanding the argument. Um, Sharon is correct. It is not going to be easy for her to find that guy. Like I said, my bestie was 32 years old. That's a really long time to wait to find a person. I found a guy way earlier than she did, but I wasn't looking for a specific type. So to act as if there's not a lot of men who are being frauds out here who won't see a girl and find her worth the challenge of playing the game for 2 years or 2.5 years only to get her, and then boom, once he got her, now it's no longer any fun. There's going to be more men like that, yes, than there are going to be actual legit real men like really down to really play the game for the long term. So she is going to have to go through a longer process. Her vetting process is going to have to be different. Her dating process is going to have to be different. She's going to have to, because she's going to be really having to do a deep investigation on this man before making this choice if she wants it to actually last. But because
But hold
of the
on,
church that
I
she's
actually agree
in,
with that. Sorry.
but you were
I
fighting to
apologize.
say the opposite. I don't like that. That's like when y'all go back and forth. You two, you were fighting to say that he was stating all men weren't any good, and it's not that he's saying all men, but 11% is very low. So you're looking
He
at a
literally said all
possible.
men.
No,
He
no.
said all men in that group, and I said that's not accurate based on the actual numbers. I apologize for interrupting, but I'm literally saying he's arguing something that by the stats don't support what he's saying. If he,
That's
again,
not
because
true, Shadow,
0.4 those
because
percent of her,
Yeah, Shadow, you're
it's
the
not
one who's
true. We were
okay,
arguing
talking
something
about the
that your
original. The
stats
original
aren't.
topic was courtship, right? This is how
Yeah.
we got on
yes,
Glacier, because she was talking about courtship, right? And then
right,
me and Sharon both agreed that men lied.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now we didn't
That's a
say
generalized term, right?
the trigger word. Yeah, we didn't say the trigger word all men. We said men lie.
Yeah.
And then I suggested
Wait,
to Glacier that she applied the stuff that she learned in her religion outside of the church, because if she doesn't, she's just gonna be sitting there waiting for a man to choose her.
Absolutely not.
right, but one of her
In
criteria
biblical
was in
courtship.
fact the church, right? No, no, I
No,
agree with
they
you.
need to be
No, hold up,
orthodox.
right, because that's one of her criteria. She didn't say they have to be virgins, but they cannot pressure her into sex, which I agreed with because that makes sense. I also agreed with the fact that she's setting a standard. If a man tries to force her, then she can push them out. Like, legitimately, I'm arguing exactly what she's saying, and I'm saying that there are men in the Orthodox Church who will not pressure her into sex. Sharon's exact response is, that's not how men in that age group work. That is a generalized statement, and my statement was counter to that. Because yes, in fact, there
No,
are.
because
I know
that will only
Orthodox
work.
people
Listen, I
who
have
are not
cousins that's
having
Jehovah
sex.
Witnesses. Listen, that will
Not
only
Jehovah
work
Witness,
if you're not.
Orthodox.
But they have the same principles in courtship. It's the same. So if that will only work if you're not alone with a man, because you
Oh
gotta
my
you gotta
God,
take
you're
in
so
factor sexual attraction. Like, come on.
Do you
If
not
But
Glacier
see how
looks
most
what you
good,
just
men
said is
aren't
what I'm
going to
arguing
force
listen.
against?
sex.
Hold up.
If
What you
Glacier's a
just
10,
said argues what
like
I'm.
you guys say, if she's a 10 and she got
Okay.
a body that's banging and she's
Deuces.
smelling good, why would she tempt the man that way? Being alone with him.
Because she's still setting the expectation of respect.
Exactly.
Because she
But
has
we're talking about
she
the
has
male's
standards.
behavior.
But again, you're saying that all men are gonna do it. I'm telling
Exactly.
you
That's
they're
what you're
not.
saying.
There's a
Most men
probability.
aren't. The
If he
probability
gets
is very
aroused,
low.
arguing
if that man gets aroused, the probability is high.
Probability is
I don't
probability.
And
Hold on,
she's still
Hold
saying no.
I'm about to say
hold on, because y'all don't understand. We're all the damn screaming for no goddamn reason. Shadow out here windmilling for no goddamn reason. It says 2 to 10%. It doesn't say. It says 2 to 10%.
Well, rather, whatever the percentage, 47% of Americans are married. So if niggas is lying, they lying into a marriage. At least like it looks
And
like it.
0.4% of those are Orthodox.
Just saying.
I'm just saying.
And listen, if you want to argue just the fact of it is a possibility of one man out there, then fine. Then you got the argument. Fine.
Yeah.
If you
But
think that everybody that is in the Orthodox Church that is a man is not going to lie to her, fine. You got
lie to her about what though? What
Wait,
was
when
they
they're
lying to her?
hold on. When they're a member of the church,
about his intentions with a female.
okay, but when they're a
Because-
member of the church, they are also listening to a priest. We have a priest that we go to for advice. What being a part of that church means that we're going to be looking to the
And we
priest
also know
for
what priests do with little boys. So it is what it is.
Oh wow!
No, no,
Oh wow!
Do you not see how
no,
you're
no, no, no,
you're
no.
jumping
That is a
rope right now?
Catholic joke.
Oh
That is
wow!
a Catholic joke at best. Don't say that.
Nah, you Orthodox be doing that too. Stop playing.
Not at the same
Listen,
frequency.
listen,
That's
listen,
that's
listen,
not even
I think
fair.
the problem
listen.
is,
Hey,
I think the
look,
problem
hey,
is you're
look,
like, you're not,
hey, look, hey,
you
look.
understand statistics.
Do what's best for you. And like I said earlier, hopefully the preacher or whatever you have, he is a solid man, and you can actually trust him, and he's going to pick somebody that is a solid man for you. That's the most I can say. I don't know what else to say. That's the most I can say. Hopefully,
Just always keep in mind that church is a business.
right.
Ah, here we go. Y'all, we're
Oh
not
my
about
God.
to do this.
Hey.
Do y'all
I
not
mean,
hear how crazy this is? Y'all talked about
Right.
me talking about probability, and y'all just
Of
named
course,
a bunch of bullshit that has nothing to do with the conversation.
you know what? Of
No, I
course,
think the
church
problem
is
is
a
y'all don't understand
business. You know why
probability.
it's a business? Because the church actually does stuff in their community that takes money. So yes, we have to run a business too. We have to get money to keep the lights on for us to actually have service on the next day because bills is there. So yes, church is a business, whatever. But if your church is ran just as a business, then you probably need to move churches.
But if the shoe doesn't
correct.
fit, don't try to put it on. So if your church is one of the legit ones, then a hit dog gonna only howl. So if the shoe
Well,
don't fit, don't put it on.
this husky hollering,
Hey,
because you didn't say
hold on.
specifics.
Hold on,
I
hold on,
do want
y'all.
to
Hold
correct.
on,
I
y'all.
do
Hold
want
on.
to
So
correct that.
all I want to say, I don't want it to be misunderstood, right? Hopefully, everything, because I don't know what church. I've never met the man. I don't know what. So hopefully, everything is on the up and up. And to act as if she shouldn't be on guard just because it's a church is just wrong. People use.
Who said that?
You are.
I did not say that.
I'm giving her.
I have been very specific
Maybe you
about what
don't
I'm saying.
realize maybe you don't realize what you're arguing.
Maybe
That's
you
a
don't understand.
possibility. I don't know.
Or
So
maybe you
and
don't
again,
understand.
I mean, for the
again,
record,
people
Orthodox
use
priests
people
are allowed to have
use
families.
people use religion all the time to take advantage.
And that
Okay,
is
and
actually your
Orthodox
problem. And Sharon, that is actually your
Shut up.
problem. I'm glad you're telling the truth. You try to make it seem like it's because men are bad and they always lie. No, it's because you don't agree with church values. Now we can have a real conversation instead of having this men is bad and women good conversation.
We on the internet streets they use submission. They derive that from the Bible. But none of
that
these
is part of the Bible.
But none of these men keep reading. They never read above. They never read down. You have to be a certain type of man for this woman to submit to you, and none of you men qualify for that. That's on the internet streets.
Wait, what does the Bible say about that?
All right. First of all, Shadow doesn't. He's married. Cool nerd. He ain't waiting. Leon, we
Definitely
know
not.
for a fact he ain't waiting. KT the GOAT, he's married. AR, he ain't religious.
So you gotta be
person
lesbian.
left is Jalen the Truth. Jalen speaks. Would you like to speak to Glacier? Go ahead, Jalen. Let's hear Jalen speak. And he's a virgin. Go ahead. Talk.
Thank you very much, sir. All right, Glacier, meaning, let me ask you a question. How many men you been with, ma'am?
0.
Okay, 0. Did you have sex with a man?
I said 0.
You said 0. Okay. Did you support 304 culture?
No.
Okay, you don't support it? Okay. Good for you. I'm just I don't support
Jalen.
304 culture. Well, who is
Perfect.
Ask her for her information.
And how old are you, Jalen?
I'm 30.
Yep, told you. That's what you're doing.
Okay, that explains a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I don't know what these fields can have, like HIV, camellia. 4,000 people got infected in Houston.
She's far from Houston.
Jalen, why do you think that you have not met someone as of yet that you found worthy of yourself?
Girl, that boy is.
Because Jalen don't go outside, man.
I don't either.
But wait, no, wait. I would like for Jalen to answer because I am curious. You're 30 years old. You don't.
Lorena, he's a little
No, I'm not, man. No,
Jalen stays in the house. He doesn't socialize, and he's antisocial. That's his problem.
I mean, my kids are antisocial, but both my boys are no longer virgins, so that's why.
We're talking about children. We're talking about a grown man that's antisocial.
No. My children are grown. I say children because like I gave birth to them, but they're all over the age of 21. So they're grown.
But they're not in the same context as Jalen.
It's not Lorena.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to ask him that. Just leave it like that. So this way, hopefully, you can pick up what I'm saying.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, he needs to get out. He needs to find a hobby that's outside of his home, outside of video games. We already know the data that these men that are incels, they're involuntary, right? They're just sitting in a house and they're just moping around. They're not going to the gym. They're not doing anything.
Okay. That's gonna be my next question. I was about to start asking physically, like how tall are you? You know,
no,
that
doesn't even matter. He's antisocial. A lot of these men are antisocial. They have borderline personalities, and they need to be assessed.
Or maybe women aren't just that important in my life, and I could care less about what a woman thinks.
Why are you adding a woman in? Why are you adding women in? We're talking about the man.
We're talking about incels. Is incel not involuntary? What you mean?
Involuntary celibacy.
But we're talking about Jalen, though. Jalen's a virgin. Jalen, he has a shot at Glacier.
Hold on, y'all. I don't want to have the conversation.
Okay, I digress on that.
Yes, please.
Hey, I just think.
But Jalen is the top prospect for a woman like Glacier. None of you other men are.
Okay. Is he Orthodox?
Wait a minute. How do you want to, Glacier? Do you want a virgin?
Is he Orthodox?
Are you?
The priority starts with orthodoxy.
So you're not looking specifically for a virgin?
No, I never said
so what?
That.
What was that? What was this 5-minute Jalen Glacier like? What was? Okay, all right.
Okay, so are you orthodoxy, Kia?
Yes.
I can be it.
Are you?
I can be it. What you talking about?
Hold on.
Me live.
Are you willing to do it for 2 years?
I can do it. What you mean? It depends.
Okay, now where the hell is Shadow? Where's Shadow?
Shadow's right here. What?
Did you hear that? Did you hear him?
Yes, I did.
He said he gonna perform for 2 years so he can buzz down something and he gonna be gone.
But get this,
I'm gonna be gone.
Then she would have
right
now. Y'all are saying a whole bunch of shit.
Hey, that's what the chat said, Mr. Bracy. He said he gonna pump and dump. So I'm just.
No,
I mean he's already been doing it. Hey, he already got 2 months in. He just need 16 more months.
There we go. There we go.
Wait, hold on. I want to use your logic for him real quick. You're telling me that he's going to be willing to wait 2 years just to tap that ass, and then afterwards going to wait 2 years? He would have an easier time just finding another 3 or 4 using Tinder, banging a chick, and then running off.
You listen, Glacier. You don't understand how determined some of these men are.
Yeah, she doesn't. I don't think she does at all.
Y'all are to understand that she's like it's still on her too.
Hold on. Other people talking. Shadow, you talking over people. Hold on. I will get you in there. Hold on.
That is the stupidest shit I've ever met.
Hold on. Lorena was talking why you started talking about Shadow. Go ahead, Lorena. Finish what you were saying.
I was saying that
my bad, Lorena.
Not a problem. So I was saying that I am with Cyber. I believe that's who was speaking. I am with Cyber, and that's why I did state that yes, there is a chance that you can meet a guy who's willing to go through the process and wait the 2 to 2.5 years and then do it. We see it all the time. If you ever watch 90 Days, to marriage or whatnot. These people have been dating these
that's
people
90
for
days.
years. Listen though, you're not listening though, because before the 90 days, there's years. There's years before the 90 days. The 90 days is just where they start recording. But a lot of them will give their stories, and before them 90 days, they spent years preying on these people. They spend these years talking and sending out those emails and acting the part. And then they only got to do 90 days. So yeah, I can put 2 years in and be preying on her and working the part. Then I only got to do the 6 months. I'm saying it is a possibility.
Why are we comparing reality TV to the church?
Oh my goodness.
I'm
That's
just
fine.
asking a
That's
question.
fine. It's
Why are we
okay.
comparing
Listen,
reality
don't
TV
Glacier.
to the church?
Don't get stuck on her example. Don't get stuck on the example.
The example is not so. It's not
sensationalized
going
the
to
entire
be. Hold on. So this way you can understand, Glacier. The example wasn't for it to be a concrete one-to-one.
It's a terrible
Keon, listen, Mr. Bracy,
Okay,
Keon
fine. It was
just
terrible.
proved
All right, so it was terrible.
how
Hold on,
determined men
let me
are.
get- let me-
Keon just
let me
proved it.
get-
He would go through the process,
Hold
pick
on, hold on.
Glacier,
It's
and
okay.
take her down.
So what
Hold on,
makes
let
you
me-
think that I would choose Keon?
That is crazy. That is
Because
crazy.
you don't-
Wait, what?
All right, hold on. Guys, shout out. What was you wanting to say? All right, shout out there. Guys.
Glacier literally just hit it. No, Glacier just hit it on the point. She said even if Keon decides to play the game, Glacier is still watching him over this 2-year process. And if she's like, oh, he's just trying to smash, she's going to let him go that 2-year process. And then when that 2 years hit, he's like, hey, I'm confirmed now. She's going to be like, yeah, but you're still a dirtbag. Moving on.
No, but
Yeah,
you
but that's the
forgot what
thing.
she said. You
but
forgot
wait a
what she
minute,
said
wait a
in the
minute, wait a
beginning.
minute.
She
Wait a
looking for a
minute.
man
Come
to
on,
lead.
Cyber. God
Keon
damn,
gonna lead her right
God.
into
Okay,
Motel
so if he married,
6.
that's if I accept his marriage proposal. What makes
Look.
you think that I would accept his marriage proposal?
At the end of the day, if I'm taking a 2-year process, it's me trying to connect myself back to the Most High. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to just get there. I'm not trying to. Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on, wait a minute. I'm not trying to be there all because I just want to get.
Nah, bro, tell him.
Go ahead, Glacier. You got any final thoughts, Glacier? Go ahead. Take us home, Glacier.
Oh my gosh. All I'm just trying to say is that I have my own discernment whenever I'm going through the process. Yes, the man has to go through the catechumen process, but that means that he's establishing a relationship to the church. I would be deciding somebody that is already establishing the relationship to the church, because when you marry in orthodoxy, you would be putting God first, as well as I would be putting God first, which means that we're both sacrificing together for the purposes of making a good life. I mean, that's a lot of shit that you'd have to put up with, because people who go through the catechumen process, they're doing it at their own volition. Nobody's forcing them to do it. 2 years is a long time.
Okay. We will see y'all later. Glacier has spoken. The fellas want a cape for the men as usual. But look at
Ass
this.
nigga. Oh, you lying? Oh, I want to fight. Me and you finna fight. What shit I need?
Look at the goddamn cape. You got any final cape words for the men out there? Go ahead. Talk to your men out there. Go ahead.
Ni hao ma.
That means how you doing, by the way.
Nothing wrong with being. Let me